And we are live. The countdown ended right when the song ended, which it doesn't normally happen, but it makes me happy when it does. I don't know why, but happy Wednesday, everybody. I think we've still got one, I want to say happy last Wednesday of the month, but I think there's 31 days in May, so happy second to last Wednesday. I hope everybody is doing great. I am a little bit tired, not terribly. Jackson's been sleeping in bigger segments. Like, it went from him sleeping 1 hour to 2 hours to now, like, we can get 3 or 4 hours of him sleeping in a row, which is awesome. But I was up pretty late. I've been trying to go to bed a little bit earlier, but last night I went in here and was like, I'm gonna get caught up on messages and emails and prep things for the stream. And so I took all the stuff out of the backtracking. Last week was supposed to be the start of the 2.4 build, and the DHL package got delayed. And I said, well, if it comes early enough in the stream, we will start the build. So I finished the stream. I go and lay down last week. I always like take a short power nap after streaming. And I saw there was a ring notification. The 2.4 got delivered right after we started streaming last week, and DHL didn't ring the doorbell, the dogs didn't bark, I had no idea. So I got everything out of the box, and because of the scale of the parts, they're all nicely stacked in the closet, and I only took out the things I think we'll need today, which are the rails, the frame kit, all the fasteners. I took one of our old screw organizers and relabeled them last night. So 20 different screw types or hardware types are in here, and there's some are still in here. There's just too many, but these are kind of like bigger ones, T-nuts, stuff like that. So I'm hoping to give us the best chance of success when building this. So I did a little bit of prep work last night. Who's still here today? I saw a lot of faces already. Alien's here, TT, Danny, JK Tech, Tony's in the house, Jose, Aaron, Delmar, Tor's here. Hey, PF. Let's see, Ella Fox. Just finished my 2.4 only to blow. Oh no, EBB 36. Hey, Dude's here. How's it going? PC, KR. Yeah, I'm super excited. Turtle's here. No hex trays. No, I need to print out a couple just for Steve. I guess I did know that Steve designed them, but I forgot until someone posted it the other day. But no, we've got these. Damn it. I should have gotten some hex trays. I'll get them before the next stream. So a couple of things. One, before we start anything, I wanted to mention clearly that this build is a sponsored build. At least the kit. Like, the kit was provided by Fabrico and LDO. This is something that we had started talking about probably October or November of last year, but then I got really busy with the Mercury 1.1 and the Hydra and all that. And so, and then the Rev C got announced, so we decided to wait until the Rev C was available. But massive thank you to both LDO. Everyone knows Jason from LDO, and Fabrico for providing this kit. Incredibly thankful. On top of that, all of the parts are done through the print it forward. Not because I can't print ABS parts, but Fabrico wanted me to test out the commercial print it forward. We've got this tent from last week's stream. I've got to, let's see if I throw it maybe over there. Fabrico wanted me to test out the commercial print it forward, which it's my understanding it's just like the regular Voron print it forward. I think it cost a bit more, but you get priority printing, priority shipping. So if you want to build it quickly, that's my understanding of how it works. These parts were all printed by W. Sebastian, who is pretty big in the print it forward program. He told me, I talked to him quite a bit after because I wanted to order the filament used. I went with black and red. I did have a choice in the colors, and I wanted to go classic Voron colors because I hadn't done any builds in classic Voron colors. That was before we did the 0.1, but I ended up reaching out to him, one, to say thank you, and two, to figure out what filament was used so that way I can order the red and the black for mods and stuff like that. So he has done he told me over 300 printed forward kits, ranging from V0s, 2.4s, Trident, switch wires. And I didn't realize the extent of how much printing was involved with the 2.4. Nice. Thank you very much for the £2. Did you read the LDO doc before the Voron 2.4? I looked briefly at it. So I'll cover a few things with that in a moment here, because I basically was asking if I needed to print out anything. And I do need to print out the housing for the clipper screen is here, but I need to print out the Nevermore because this comes with things for Nevermore. And then Clicky, technically I need to print out, but we're gonna use these, or one of these. I've had these for a long time and haven't used them. It's the PCB Clicky. So we're going to use one of these here. We might eventually go tap, but for now, because this kit comes with Clicky, and I have that, we're just gonna go Clicky. Hey, Pie's in the house. So yeah, here's all of the printed parts. They look really, really nice. We pulled out a couple of them, I think. Like I know I pulled out the stealth burner recently, but like here's, I don't know how well it'll focus. The parts all look beautiful. Like they're all printed on powder coated PEI. I asked him about his setup. He's running a combination of 2.4s and Tridents, pretty much using Rapidos, I think Rapido high flows, with one setup running Revo. But yeah, he's got his machines fairly standardized, which makes sense. That way you can just use the same profiles. But the parts look awesome. They're just, again, really nice looking parts. The layers look awesome. I mean, he's done 300 printed forward kits. He knows how to print ABS. Like I was looking at these, I'm like, there's no way if I printed these parts out, they would look quite this polished. So I'm really excited. And yeah, I agree. It's funny because red was like my favorite color for a lot of my life. And then I don't know, I got older and I don't know that I have really favorite colors. I like green, like the Modbot green stuff is really awesome. But originally with the first couple Vorons I built, like I went with sort of the Modbot color scheme, and then I went with purples. And so I've been wanting to do just a classic kind of clean black and red. So I figured that the 2.4 would be a cool build to just sort of do the classic colors. So I'm really, really excited. Let's see what everybody is saying. Let me change it to here. I downed a bit of coffee before we went live here. Yeah, it's a ton of printed parts. Let's see. I got a printed forward kit from Fabrico and the parts were great. Yeah, gosh, he was showing me way before they were even posted, I think, some of the parts that W. Sebastian had done, and they are gorgeous. Like, just so, so nice. Tap is so simple to set up as well. Nice, that's good to know. 2.4 showed up today and Micron showed up yesterday. Oh my gosh. Click is reliable, tap is definitely nice though. Hey, Jeff, thank you very much for becoming a member. Cheers. I'm reprinting parts for my Rat Rig V-Core 3.1, and there are a lot of parts for it too. Loving the integrated enclosure. Yeah, the enclosure looks awesome. I suggest you print the Nevermore before you install the heated bed on the frame. Okay, good call. I will, between this week's stream and next week's stream, print out the Nevermore parts. I wasn't sure how easy it was going to be to install because I know it goes underneath the center of the bed on the 2.4, and so I wasn't sure if it was real simple to just take the bed off or if it was easier to install it before, but I will do that. I'm waiting on my beacon to ship still, but Micron will have Boop. That's such an adorable name. If you're doing the stock exhaust, LDO does not supply the fan. Okay, good to know. Do you know what kind of fan it is that's needed? I have quite a few fans left over from the Mercury 1.1 build. I've got a bunch of 5015s, the Honey Badger ones, and then I think I've got a couple 4010s or something like that. So the Voron and Trident are my dream printers. I'll just wish they weren't so expensive here in Canada. One day I'll build one, probably when my mortgage is paid off and my daughter is grown up. Yeah, we're hoping to buy a house in the next year. I'm sure it's going to change spending money. The printed forward was done by W. Sebastian. Printed all parts by 0.2. They are not all pretty. It's all right. My first 0.2 wasn't all really pretty either. I used red, black colors on my Rev 1. Figured I'd go traditional for my first build. Nice. Whole desktop setup is red and black. Switch wires, class red and black. Looks good. Hey, what's going on, Hobbit? Printed parts were ordered directly from printed boards. Still same parts. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, they are awesome. Install the bed last as well. Good to know. Oh yeah, because you have to flip the printer a couple times, right? I remember seeing that, and just the added weight is a pain. So we will definitely do that. You don't need exhaust. Just let the nevermore do its thing and filter after print. They also. Okay, cool. Yeah, the thing that I was a little bit confused on is what was included in this. I know he said for certain that the clipper screen, like I think it's a 3.5 inch that comes with, was included. So that plate for the skirt. But I know that the clicky parts were and Nevermore wasn't, and I don't know. So like if we look over, one second here. I have it pulled up actually. I think maybe I don't. Okay, so we have the manual. We have clicky. Oh, here we go. So yeah, I saw this. So printed parts. Our kit ships with parts. Printed silver parts here. We also provide a 2-piece toilet. So I don't know what of these is or is not included. I mean, I very easily could go through and just print all these out since I have the filament just to be safe, but I also kind of don't want to just print extra things for the sake of it. So time will tell. I know it has the touchscreen mount. I don't know about any of the LED light clips. So maybe some of these, I don't know. We'll figure it out, I guess. I'm hoping it has most of it, and if not, again, we'll just print stuff out as we go and hope for the best. So use the Rev C. Yes, yep, Rev C printed parts guide. Yep, so this should be right. Use the Rev C, no docs. Recommend going umbilical for this build. That would make maintenance easier. Yeah, I don't know what this comes with, but so right now, like we're gonna be building it stock with the exception of I think we'll go again clicky PCB. Long term, we're definitely doing CAN bus. We're gonna likely go get rid of one of the cable chain. I think it's the X cable chain and go straight CAN bus. And then we might go with tap as well. We'll see. I do like clicky, but I am really curious about tap. So time will tell. We'll see. I want to check it all out. So yes, we'll definitely look at the wiring. I've dedicated my Trident to PLA, so now I've got a bunch of LDO fans laying around. Are you not enclosing yours in Adam? Yours looks awesome, by the way. You built yours in record time. Yeah, Adam recently built the Trident, and it is really, really nice looking. Hey, William. Things you need are small prints, so it should be okay. Cool, we can knock them out. I mean, we've got the P1P right here, so we can always throw things on here. Okay, let's get going. Go for Pinda? Pinda on this? No, no. I'm not huge. I'm not huge on Pinda. It's worked fine on the V Minion, but other than that, I like clicky. I'm definitely a big clicky fan. Run sensorless and keep it simple. We'll see. There's so many routes. So I haven't done anything with the rails. We'll put these off to the side for now. I'm not going to be taking the blocks off. If anything, what I'll do is what we did on the V0.2, which is paper towels, isopropyl alcohol, quick wipe down, and then putting a bit of grease inside of the block from the back. So I was originally taking these out last night, but I wanted to show like it might be a small detail, but again, with LDO kits, everything is always like attention to detail. Everything is individually wrapped, which prevents them from getting scratched. And I said the same thing on the switch wire, and it's really hard to show on camera, but the anodization that LDO does, in my opinion, is second to none. Like, it's beautiful. These are just black extrusions, and I've seen a lot of black extrusions. I mean, if you think about it, like reality printers come with black extrusions. These are so much nicer. I don't really know how to explain it other than that they feel nicer and they almost appear to have a bit of a sparkliness to them. It's probably not going to show up on camera. I don't really know how to portray it. You'll have to trust me, but they're really nice. Go painter's tape to label the extrusion. Oh, that's a great idea. let me get them all out and then we can do that. I've got masking tape, the yellow tape or white tape that's used, so we could do that. Normally I just sort of separate them based off of like grouping them together, but that might be easier and it might prevent some mistakes later on. Hey, zombies in the house. Hey, John Paul. Hey, Lisa's here. A little under the weather, but happy to watch someone actually get to play with printers. I'm sorry, Lisa. Are you fighting something, or is it the dentist? I know you said you were going to the dentist. On dental talks, I'm kind of nervous. So anyone that doesn't remember, we had this conversation quite a while back, but I've had like pretty serious snoring problems for quite a while, and it became really bad when Erin was pregnant, where like she was not having it. And I've also always felt pretty exhausted all the time and just assumed like, it's probably a me thing. Maybe I should be healthier. But I think it was through Pi, maybe it was Pi, maybe it was my own research initially, but I, gosh, I'd never heard of sleep apnea before. And so I discovered it and was like, that's interesting. It sort of sounds exactly like what I had. So I did a test, like a sleep study test back in December, and it came back as, yes, you have mild sleep apnea, and like this is how many times your breathing is interrupted during sleep, and then this is why you're not getting quality sleep, yada yada. And so I went to, then I had a consultation with a sleep person, sleep specialist, sleep doctor, I don't know what they're called. And they were talking about either going a CPAP or they were going with a sort of like a dental thing. And they said the dental thing is typically a little bit easier because it's like less large, and because mine is mild and not extreme, that it usually has the best results. So I was excited, went down, got a mold taken. It was pretty cool. It actually scanned, like 3D scanned my mouth. I was like really tempted to ask for the I don't think it's STL format, but the 3D file of my mouth, but I didn't. And so I've got a 3D printed dental grade nylon mouth thing coming that's supposed to help. You put it in when you sleep and it like moves your jaw in a certain way. The concern I have is that yesterday I started looking into it a bit more after I'd already agreed to it. Pies in the house, thank you very much for the $20. You do not have the frame built yet, no. However, I'm proud of myself. Normally at the beginning of these streams, we unbox things and it takes like an hour, hour and a half. And so because we're just going to unbox things as we get to those parts that we need, I'm hoping that we'll make a little bit more progress. So thank you very much, Pi. Hey, what's up? Luke's in the house. So I ended up looking at a bunch of Reddit posts last night about people that were talking about the dental thing that I'm going to be trying. And they said that for some of them, it totally screwed up their jaw, like, because it pulls your jaw forward a little bit while you sleep. And they were saying that over time, it actually messed up their bite, caused jaw pain. And so I'm hoping that these are just like with Yelp reviews, people just share their bad experiences and there's a lot of happy people out there, but it definitely made me a little bit nervous. So I'm gonna try it and hope for the best. But I also have concerns because I think I'd rather be tired. Like, I've lived this way my whole life. And I would rather not screw up my jaw. So when I asked the dentist when I was there, he said it was a very rare thing, and that during the initial like trial period, there's a lot of feedback, and if I feel weird or if I feel like it's really uncomfortable, then I need to be vocal about it. So we'll see how things go. But that's my anyway, that's my rant for today. Cancel dentist because not. Oh, okay. So you aren't feeling good. Sorry to hear that, Lisa. I hope you are able to get some rest and feel better. So let's go through and divide these up. All right. Okay, so Dolari was talking about labeling these things, which might be the way to do it. I've never done that before on these builds, but that might be great. Actually, if there's only this many extrusion types, is it necessary? Because I was thinking there was probably more. So let's see, lengthwise. let's group these by, okay, so these are obviously 4 long ones, which are B extrusions. So we'll just put these off the side right here for a second. And then let's see if we can find, let's see, A extrusions. This looks like the shortest, so this is probably our E extrusion. Let's see, so you're longer, you're shorter, you're shorter. You're the same. You're the same. Okay, these are the same. Okay, so okay, so it looks like, yeah, we've got it basically. So we've got from longest to shortest. So B extrusions, A extrusions, C extrusions, D and E. We might be okay to not label them because they're all fairly different. You know what? Here's what I'll do. I'm gonna label the ones that are like, so these that there's 4 of are long and they've got the holes on both ends. We're fine. The next one there's 8 of. I'm not worried about. Let's label the C, D, and E extrusions because they're sort of the I don't know if we need to label E, but we'll do it. We'll do these 4 because they're sort of the odd ones out. That way I just don't mix them up. Because if I grab the wrong extrusion, I will expect, I will almost require Del Mar to say I told you so for quite a long time after that. So, yeah, so we'll just put a little strip of tape on each of these. Turtle says just wing it. I normally do wing it, just kind of bulky. My mother has one and it helped her so much. Yeah, I think that if, insurance is luckily covering a pretty large amount. I'm paying, so like cost-wise, they covered a general mouth thing, but the doctor said that if I go with, since they have to submit it to their lab, that there's another option as well, and I would get the one that insurance covers and the one I covered. So I think I'm paying like $350 for the nylon 3D printed one because it's lighter, it's more comfortable, and it uses like bands instead of a hook thing. And I want, like, the goal, right, is to be successful with it. I want it to make a difference. I want it to stop snoring so Aaron's happy, and I want to feel more rested. But yeah, if it doesn't work out, then I will definitely try a CPAP because I want to feel better. So, okay, so we'll just mark in C, C, D, and E. Yeah, at least these 4 then, because again, these are the ones that are sort of, I can see myself quickly grabbing them. And we've got the tape here. This tape never gets used. It's just here for looks, so it's probably good to use it. Okay. I'm not the only one. Aaron agrees with it. I've marked with tape on every build I've done just to keep things in order. Yeah, I don't know why I've never thought of doing that, considering I've been using my CPAP for over 20 years. Yeah, a lot of the people in the comments of the Reddit things I was reading last night at 2 in the morning were saying really good things about the CPAP. So we'll see. My frame has all the holes tapped regardless of the needed. Yeah. The LDO kits I've had, as well as the Cyborg one, both had all the holes tapped as well. That way you don't have to worry about, oh, does this one have holes tapped or not? As long as they're the same length, then you're good to go. So just keep them together, easy to spot. Yeah, we'll do that. I get stopped often in buildings, so it's a nice thing to have. And then once the frame's together, I remove the tape. Making the wife happy, #1 priority. Yeah, I felt really bad. Like quick story. When it was really bad, and she was working, she's not working now, she's home, and we're gonna keep her home as long as she can, but during the pregnancy, we had moved out here, she was away from family, she was working and having to get up really early for work. Like, I was working from home, so I got to roll out of bed much later. She was up like way early, dealing with snow and stuff outside, and like not sleeping because of my snoring, and so I'd wake up, and like she was either mad or super sad, so I felt awful. So yeah, I both for myself and for her, I tried all of the like over-the-counter nasal tape things and crap, and like it didn't do the trick. So we'll see. I'll report back. If all of a sudden I've got a weird underbite, you'll know that it's not going well. Okay, so we got 2 A extrusions and a B extrusion. It says design relies on blind joints. Cool. cool. Build the frame on glass or granite. It's the same as everything. Why don't I see... Oh. Oh, wow. I missed a whole page? Okay, so we need M5 by 16s, and that's going into all but 2 of these ones. So let's move you like this, you like this. And then I said M5 by 16s. I don't know which ones I put in here. M5 16s. Yep, cool. M5 button heads. Yeah, buddy. Cool. So let's get started on this. Yeah, thanks, Celine. We're off to a great start. I'm so excited. I'm skipping pages. Okay, I can't remember. Well, let's see how far these need to be slotting into each other. So I guess you could probably tighten them quite a bit more. Maybe like that. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, so this is just going to be rinsing and repeating for quite a few of these, so we can chat for a minute here. What's up, Science Sniper? I build on a small lax side table. Jeez. Do you have? Do you at least have a hard surface on top of it? Hey, Zombie, I saw you a second ago. How is your trident going? I saw you posted skirts, so I'm assuming you're nearly done. Miss Nuno. Nuno, I used to snore a lot as a kid. Had to have my adenoids? I don't know what that is. I don't think I snored very much growing up. I mean, so I know that sleep apnea can be associated with like weight, because if you have more weight, then your like airway has a harder time. I guess I don't know. That's not science, but something along those lines. And so I am wondering, like I'm still like for my height, I'm still within I think what's considered healthy range, but pre-pandemic I was at like 145. Post-pandemic, or if we can call it that, current me is up like 40 pounds. So I'm sure that didn't help anything, and I wouldn't doubt that it somehow, some way contributed to what's going on, but I feel like I was quite tired before, so maybe I still had it, just not, it wasn't causing snoring, I just was still feeling exhausted. I really don't know. Again, I didn't know, my parents or my family was not anti-doctor, but we just never really went unless it was an emergency, so I certainly never heard of sleep apnea. When I told my dad about it, because he snores and has snored most of my life, like he didn't really know about it either, so we just, yeah, we'll see. I'll report back. I figured I got nothing to lose, right? Other than potentially an underbite. But if I feel better, a little bit, even a little bit better, or snore a little bit less, then it's a net positive, so we'll see. About to set my Z offset. Oh my god, that's so exciting. Hey, you cheated, didn't you, a little bit, man? There's no way you did all that on stream. I feel like I just saw you on stream like 2 nights ago at like 1 in the morning, and you were not, I don't see how you could have gone that far. We also build the ERCF. Yes, we will definitely be building the ERCF. We had started it and then stopped it, and I decided I needed to reprint all of the parts for, oh my gosh. PF Dennis, thank you very much for the 10 gifted memberships. Let's do some confetti and air horn. I think I should have done that. I should have done confetti and air horn for Pi earlier too. Thank you both. Wow. I don't know if I'll even be able to see who's all got memberships from it, but Grant, Todd, Ray, Daniel, R, Routes, Phil. Wait, Phil got, you got yourself one? That's cool. TJ, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. It helps a ton with all the things, all the channel and everything. So thank you very much. I don't know what I was talking about prior. I think I lost my train of thought. Who said you needed to do it all on stream? Yeah, you're right. ERCF, that's what I was talking about. Thank you. So yeah, I wasn't happy with it, and also the filament I was using is no longer manufactured, and it's the accent color for my switch wire. So on last week's stream, we were sort of having a hangout stream where we played around with the Flying Bear Reborn. We played around with the Anchor Make M5, and we printed out 2 of these. These are the little test pieces for the ERCF. So we did one as I would normally print them, and one with a forced 0.4 extrusion width, and I haven't tested to see which one's actually best yet, but I've got these, and once I check to see which one has a better fit, I'll print out all the parts. This is in Polymaker's Pop Pink, and so I'm gonna do it in black and pink. Yeah, I'm planning on building a trad rack as well. More so just curious to see how they compare and differ. Like, I mean, I've read the GitHub, I've looked at it, so I kind of, to an extent, have an idea of how they compare and differ. But just to see myself, like what the build's like, what performance is like. So it'll be a while, like everything I ever say. Like, we're gonna do this, and then 6 months passes by. Fun fact, the 0.9 steppers are fairly slow compared to the speed power 0.8. You mean as far as like the amount of, like as far as acceleration, or as far as, well, yeah, I would assume acceleration, right? Zombie? So you can push the speedies quicker without skipping steps. Trad rack definitely looks like it's a cheaper cheaper option. Like, I don't mean cheaper as in bad cheaper. I mean cheaper as in, because of the way it works, it doesn't require so many Bondtech gears, and which makes it cheaper. So I think that was a really clever design, the way they sort of implemented that. And then I think it's a linear rail instead of smooth rods. No, the rails aren't green. The reason why they look green is because of the sign is bouncing off of it, so it gives a little bit of green hue. I've been turning this on in some of the videos lately when I'm getting B-roll, and it gives just a slight green tint to some of the things I'm working on, and I think it looks really cool. So you'll see in some of the videos, like if you go to the Mercury 1.1, this upcoming video is on the Orbiter 2 and the Orbiter sensor. I really enjoyed making the video. You'll have to let me know what you guys think, but it's sort of a combination of what is it, the history behind it, and the person that created it, how it got to where it's at, what makes it kind of unique, and installing the sensor. I had a lot of fun making it. I felt like it felt cool. Like, it felt like doing a bit of like a history piece on something, because I go back to like 2019 and talk about the person. I know it was only 4 years ago, but I enjoyed it. I'm excited to see what you guys think, because it was fun to make. And I've really enjoyed using the Orbiter extruder. Like, it's up there for me. I would almost go as far as saying it's my favorite extruder I've ever used. That being said, I have not used all the extruders. I have not used a Sherpa. I have all the parts, and I will be using one soon. But I've got to say, I really think it's a pretty lightweight, powerful, good looking, and the sensor add-on for it with the macros, it's just so nice. So nice. So yeah, I'm excited. No. Ted's in the house. Hey, Scott, I must have missed when you came in, Scott. Happy Wednesday. I have not messed with the chameleon. I have not, wait, your pop pink is brighter than what I received? That's weird. Polymaker, I would reach out to Polymaker then. I don't know if they had an issue with colors or what, but that's weird. It should be way bright. No, I'm interested in the chameleon as well. Bill, the creator of it, seems like a really cool dude. I've seen him at at least one of the Rep Rap Fests, and he's done so much work with it. It looks really great. If I do it before, make sure to print the sensor mod for Color 2 housing, install from scratch. I thought, so Scott has been running the ERCF for quite a while and is running the sensorless version and says that it works really well. So I was planning on going with the sensorless version. I also don't think it's going on the 2.4. It's probably going to go either on the Mercury 1.1 or it's going to go on the Switchwire. Gosh, my allergies have been so bad. If I'm itching my nose a lot, I apologize. I took Claritin this morning, but I don't know if that's enough. Okay, here we go. So now this page makes more sense. So we have got the B extrusion, which is our big extrusions, and these guys. And we are going like this. Wow, this is, yeah. I'm gonna move the extrusions out of the way. I see very quickly that this is a little different than building a V0. Okay. I put Sherpa Minis on both of my printers. Yeah, I know that the Sherpa is, from everything I've heard, an absolutely fantastic printer. Nope, that's not right. An absolutely fantastic extruder. And I am excited to use it. It was supposed to go on a printer further back and it just didn't happen. It's going on the KP3S actually. I started printing out parts for the snake oil KP3S mod that I showed, I think last week or the week before was when we were talking about it. I'm doing it in Polymaker's Galaxy Orange ASA, and it's looking beautiful. I should grab some of those parts later to show you guys, but it's looking awesome. Okay, so I'm just loosely fitting this right now. Slide this from top down, I guess. Okay, let me see if I've got my square. For Tread Rack, I put a sensor version of the Sherpa Mini on the VZ bot. Gotcha, okay. I'll have to look into it. I don't know. I have a Trident frame put together and squared up. Need to get into rotation now that I have the parts 91st on the print's done. Luke, you are a machine, dude. With like, I don't know. I'd love to see like my start to finish completion of a printer versus yours. Like, I think in the time it takes me to complete one printer build, you've done like 3. It's crazy. I use a ERCF sensorless. That worked better for me than with the toolhead sensor. Yeah, I've heard both things that some like the sensor. Are you using the what's the special macro or firmware version? I can't think of what it's called right now. Scott, if Scott's in chat, he'll know because he's the one that told me about it initially. Wait, also, should I be using Loctite on this frame? I hadn't planned on it. We do have the oh god, we had this big debate last time. I can't remember what 222 is what I've got. If we think we should be using it. Happy Hair, yeah. Are you using Happy Hair? You also 2.4 before I started building, and now I have a Trident. Yeah, I know. I know, zombie. Delmar says yes. Okay, we'll do that then. Again, this isn't the strong stuff. This is, damn it. So I should have done this before. We're gonna be undoing a lot of things then. Okay, let's get some kind of a tray thing. Let's see, this is probably gonna be fine. Rev 3 ERCF software happy. Okay, yeah. So Happy Hair is what everyone's pretty much using. I've heard much better things about Happy Hair. I don't know how much we need to squirt out, but we'll do that. Okay, so for all of them, I'll just do a little. Nope, that's probably aggressive. Whatever. If the autofocus gets annoying, let me know. I can do manual focus, especially if we're not moving around a lot. Okay, I'm gonna undo. It's one of those things that people get strongly about in one case or another. You mean with like thread locker or Loctite? Yeah, I had never done it on any of the previous builds. The last two had most people telling me I should do it. And I'm fine with that. I think that with the 2.4, I'll probably push it a little bit harder than I do some of the other printers we built, so it's probably not a bad idea. I will use a mechanical switch with the 7-point rim bearing, not the Hall effect. Gotcha. Happy Hair is the way to go with the ERCF. Yep. Yeah, you were the one, Scott, that told me about Happy Hair before we were gonna start building ERCF like a while ago. Okay. Ah! Tighten these up a little bit. Okay. Why does it not look flush? Although it's up against the square. What's going on here? It's probably just me. Let me try it 1 second. Let me make sure. I had some rust issues with these squares at one point, and I thought I sanded them relatively flush, but let's try this little guy. Okay, let me bring this to the edge so I can quickly tighten it up a little bit more. This is why I like clamps in 321. Yeah, I need to order some 321 blocks. It's been on my list for a really long time, is to get some 321 blocks, especially after, if anyone saw my, well, I know a lot of you saw my snowball video, because everyone keeps tagging me and people using chicken soup cans to square their gantry or to level their gantry, which makes me really happy, but I also had a lot of comments saying that I needed to use, wait, why are we? Okay, I think we're fine. Okay. Can I zoom out a little bit too? Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Has anybody made a jig that would be hold the corners in place while you screw together? Probably. You changed the music? I didn't. Oh, did I change the music? Printer go burr yet? Hey, what's up, Liz? Did I change the music? If I tap on my ear, it changes. Okay, so we got that done. And now we're doing basically the same thing. Yeah, the exact same thing. So let's just continue along here. Again, we'll take the screws out, so that way I can put some Loctite on them. Mine now doesn't need any more soup cans. Yeah, I don't understand why they haven't added the ability to tag in mobile. Most of the time when I'm watching live streams, it's on the TV here while I'm working on stuff, or I'm on mobile. Like every time I jump into zombies, I'm always on mobile, and so I can't tag anyone, and it's annoying. I don't think it would be that hard to fix, but what do I know? All right. Hey, Zombie, your 2.4 was not an LDO 2.4, was it? Was it a West 3D 2.4, or was it a like a combination of different sourcing, like different self-sourcing kind of things? I can't remember. Huh, this extrusion doesn't feel super flat. Yeah, this extrusion's got some wobble to it. Interesting.
LDO frame, okay. Static Lab has the right angle ruler to align cooler, but many, I thought, because I remember you getting pieces in at a time, so I thought it was a bunch of different sources. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing on this one, which is basically get them closer to each other, but not fully tightened. It's hard to beat the LDO frames. I really, it's the nicest, like I said, the nicest anodization, at least I've seen. Check for burrs on the ends. It looks smooth. I don't know. We'll see once we get around to the other corner, I guess, here. Aren't the Masumi frames better? I've only ordered like non-anodized. Can you get anodized extrusions from Masumi? You can, huh? I've never ordered them. When we built a laser engraver, last year or the year before, and I ordered the extrusions from Masumi, if I remember correctly. But they were just your like standard aluminum, silver, or gray, or whatever. I didn't get any anodized ones. Okay, yeah. So I got the clear or the regular ones. I would want a blue or orange frame. Still hesitant for my ER. Oh, I built something on top of the printer, but people are saying that it's not a good idea. Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of, oh man, it's getting a little bit crazy. Let's go manual focus. On the Mercury 1.1, I originally had the spool holder on top of the printer, and I didn't like it. I felt like it was flexing the top of it. So it might be fine in some instances, and it might not really affect much, but if you don't have to go that route, I'd rather not have the weight of the filament on top of the frame of the printer. Building the Trident, I built on a slab of granite with the initial square together loosely, then went around the square and tape measure, checking and doing final torque. Nice, okay. Yeah, I'm sure we'll be fine. I'm sure we'll be fine. I'm sort of anal when it comes to the frame. Most of the builds, I mentioned this last week or before, but most of the builds we've done, I spend way too long messing around with the frame, and then I usually still, after stream, end up spending time messing around even more with the frame, even though it's very likely fine. I don't know, just a me thing, sort of a stickler. The most difficult printer I think I've ever had to square was the Second Cube. It uses the I got some lockup, stainless steel frame, and it was tough for me to get that thing square. I just could not get the wobble out of it. You can only guesstimate the squareness now. You'll need to calibrate the squareness after you have everything working. Okay. Oops. That one's still loose. Okay, let's tighten this up. Every time I look at stream and I see my arm, I'm like, I need to put lotion on. Like, never seen my elbows so clear as I have on stream. All right, let's see. Okay, spin around. When framing, crowns go up. I am not a hand model. I remember when I used to do, I don't know what the heck I was doing, but I did some videos and I had a few comments about like, wow, your hands look so nice. I'm like, thank you. And then I looked at some and like, one of my like, when I get anxious, one of my nervous habits is I still tend to bite my nails. And there's been a few videos where I'm looking at my hands, I'm like, oh my gosh, like it looks rough. How does a Voron know where the upper Z limit is? Upper limit. So on this printer, it's going to home. Is this home on the bottom? I know bed stationary on the bottom. And then the gantry, the flying gantry goes X, Y, and Z. I don't know as far, I think it homes on the bottom, right? So you just travel it to the maximum and then basically that's what you set in the config? Yeah, okay. Home on bottom, yeah, that's right. I think I was just talking to Zombie about this, and his, he homes with clicky, but there's also the like option to nozzle home, I believe. Maxi hop, Z6 volt plus 320, gotcha, okay. 320 even on the 300 millimeter, or is 320 on the 350? I don't know. I don't know if there's a height difference on. Oh crap! I don't know if there's a height difference. No. Come on. There we go. Home's on bottom. Z switch. Hey, K2's here. You're a mod for mod. D2 maxes out to chain guide. Gotcha. Okay, 350. Nice. I wasn't aware of what the height was. Granted, I don't really print tall stuff, but if I ever pick up like model rockets or something like that, it'll be nice, I suppose. I was telling Aaron, because when I was really young, I was in Cub Scouts, and I remember building a couple of rockets, and that was so much fun. And I asked Aaron, I was like, hey, have you ever launched a rocket? And she's like, no. So I feel like I want to get a rocket kit. I think it would be fun. Even if we only go a couple times, I remember it being a blast. Okay, so let's see. All right, let's see if I can get this last corner. Feels good so far. Print a rocket. Yeah, that'd be, what did Aaron say? No? Wait, Aaron doesn't want to launch a rocket? Or Aaron's never launched a rocket? Hey, Gary, how's it going? Thank you for the gifted membership. It looks like Jim McRobot. I don't know if that's your last name. If that's your last name, that is awesome. But even if it's not, I like that name. Estes rockets are fun. Yeah, I know. Printing would be super cool. I really don't remember much about it. I just remember we had the little, almost looked like, if I remember correctly, like the coin sorting cardboard things that were the like engine that you'd put into the bottom of the rocket. And then I think we had like the cone would pop off and then there was a chute on some of them. I just remember it being super fun. Me and my dad did a couple. Like we went out to the desert for the scouts when I was in scouts the one time, and then I think me and my dad launched a few at the park by our house one time. Or probably more than one time, but it's just, it was 20 years ago, so. The Cyborg Snake finished last night and looked great. My mom took it when she stopped by today to raid my garden. Wait, the Cyborg Snake? What is that? One of you guys at work does high performance rockets and these printed fin sections that join. Oh, that's so cool. Gary coming in with the gifts. I finally figured out how to configure Clipper to perform 3 fast measurement point to Beal Touch. Like Marlon does, I'm getting perfect height. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Yeah, this feels pretty good. So, what's next? Okay, so I'm assuming we flip the printer over. Right? That's the only way I can see this working, is that we need to flip the printer over and basically do the exact same thing we just did with the other 4. So it's like a fancy lac table. Okay, cool. So let's grab 1, 2. Take out these screws. We're not distracting him enough. He will have frame done today. I want a mission, Lisa. It's multifaceted. I think I know of 1 or 2 other printer builds in the not so distant future. And if I want to do them or get to them, we have to make decent progress. Also, I'm super excited to build the 2.4 and have it built. So I've got a certain level of focus. Hey, what's up, Grant? MacRobot is short for Maryland area. Oh, gotcha, cool. Yeah, I like the name. It sounds rad. I guess at this point, it probably doesn't matter if we just do 1 extrusion at a time then. So we'll do the screws, we'll lift it up, drop it down, square this end. Yeah, that's what we'll do, so. Do you need to preload nuts? Not as far as I saw. There's been no mention of preloading. I think all the nuts on this are gonna be drop-in, right? So it should be less of a deal. They're all like the roll-in ones, I guess, but I think you can also drop them in. Which is a really nice part of using 2020 extrusions or larger versus the 1515s. Finally building a Voron. What? I've built plenty of Vorons, Austin. we've done we've done 2 V0 live stream builds, and I built one off stream, and then we've done the Switchwire. Finally building a 2.4 though, yes, like a big Voron. It was part of the plan after I built the first V0 back in 2021. It just never happened. It got busy. So I'm really happy to finally be doing one of these. Okay, so I wonder if I want to start by Delmar, you said that there's like, what's the set time on this stuff usually? I'm wondering if I want to just kind of loosely put all of them in like this and then go around one corner at a time and sort of tighten them down after. I feel like you said they had a pretty long set time.
Let's do that.
I feel like Delmar told me I had at least 15 minutes. Plus, since this is not the strongest of Loctite, I don't think it's going to be that difficult if I break it. Sets with no oxygen. Okay, so yeah, as long as it's a little bit open, we're still fine. So yeah, we'll do it like this. I just think I'd rather have all of them on so I can go around and do each corner versus doing each flat portion. But go back and torque later, won't hurt. Uh-oh, I hear Jackson crying. We think Jackson might be teething. He's been drooling the last couple of days, or at least the last week. Like, kind of started off with blowing bubbles, I guess is how I would describe it. And then drooling a bit, and I didn't think anything of it. I was just kind of like, oh, he's just, you know, as a baby, I guess that's finally is going through his drooling stage. But turns out that like drooling is a sign of potentially like teething stuff going on. And I thought that babies didn't teeth until like 6 months, but according to Google, some babies are born with a tooth, which would have tripped me out. But some teeth right away, and some are like 6 months. So I have no idea. But he's been gnawing nonstop on his hands, like his gloves, just nonstop chewing. And Erin said that she like felt in his mouth, and it feels like there's some sort of like ridge things going on. So I have no idea, but he seems a little bit fussier. I'm hoping that's not the case both for him and for us, because he's, like I said, just been starting to sleep in kind of a few hour blocks, and I know that teething is no fun for babies. It's painful. So I'm hoping that there's a little bit of calm before the next storm, but I have no idea. Hey, what's up, Blockhead? Blockhead Pictures. What does Blockhead come from? We call Monkey that. He's our blockhead because he's well, even Delilah, because they've got like some pity in them, so they got kind of a cinder blockhead. Yeah, everyone's different. Oh man. What's the saying? I had a few parts already, so I spent another 1,000 to build a Voron. I think I have the drop effect XG ultra high flow coming at some point, which I am super excited about. I think we're just going to be installing a Revo on here because that's what it comes with, and I like the Revo for being able to swap things out, but I don't know. Oh man, maybe we should put it on the second cube, because it's got the Volcano clone right now. So maybe pairing that with like a yes. Okay. Yeah, pairing that with maybe like a Sherpa could be awesome. It's the increased blood flow to the upper and lower jaws as the tooth Oh, it's the increased blood flow to the upper and lower jaws of the tooth root nerves form. Gotcha. My wife swears by teething tabs. Use them with my. What are teething tabs? We have frozen, like, I think they're like, it's like a pacifier type thing that you put some fruit in and freeze it, and it's supposed to, you know, the coldness numbs the gum, and the fruit, I think, is what is supposed to entice them to want to chew on it more. The only thing I'm not sure of is because he's almost 3 months, in another week here, I'm not sure if he's allowed to have that yet. I haven't, like, I mean, he's been purely on a milk diet, with the exception of, like, me, like, I put a gummy bear up to his mouth, or a fruit snack, just to see how he reacted, but, like, he hasn't eaten anything else, so I'm just concerned, even with fruit, like, how his stomach's gonna be and if it's okay for him. Are you planning on installing a Voron tap on this build? So I'm not sure, Luke. I definitely want to install a Voron tap, or I want to use Voron tap. Initially, we're definitely doing clicky, and one of the other builds we might be doing is another Voron, and that one is definitely having tap. So I don't know on this one yet. I'm not entirely sure. I'm definitely interested in playing around with tap, and I've heard really good things about it. So I know that tap is definitely going to be happening. I just don't know on this one. What did you go with tap on all of yours, on Luke, the ones you've done recently? Hey, Booty's here. I think it's you heard your ears ringing because I was talking about the second cube. No Goliath. Me and Steve are building VZ bots, and so that'll be the Goliath. Wait, what did I just tighten? That was not the screw I want to tighten. Hold on, let me go. I can't multitask. I keep forgetting that I think I'm good at multitasking, and I'm actually awful. 1 second. 3 months skip the Motrin too. Yeah, the only thing we can give him, I think, is, like, we got infant Tylenol, which is really expensive Tylenol. We have that. We haven't given him any, but we had to get some shots a couple weeks back, and we got it just in case he had fever and stuff like that. But it was actually, he was in pain for a couple hours. I felt really bad, but after that, he was fine. He did really, really good. So we didn't end up using it. Okay, I think that's actually squared. Actually, no. What is happening here? 1 second. Okay, that seems better. Okay. No. No. Okay, I don't like this. I've been saying for months we need to remove this playlist, or not this playlist, but this track, or this album. And I saw that Stream Beats came out with, like, a new lo-fi album, so I think we need to add that. I'm missing a lot. I just want to get these on, take his regular pacifier and stick it in ice water. Okay, we will definitely do that. Some of these, like, frozen teething rings. We have teething rings. I don't know if we have frozen ones. I'm thinking of doing Pandora gantry mod on the V0 to try boop. Pandora looks so cool. Tap is very nice, but not so much if you use smooth PI. I pretty much only use textures, so it shouldn't be a big deal. I know that it can mark it up. VZBot depends on when Mellow releases the 235. I think that's the size. Both me and Steve decided that we didn't want to do a 330. It's just a little too big for what we are wanting. So we were told Mellow is getting close to releasing, I think it's a 235. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but something around that size. So we will, as soon as that's available, we're going to be ordering 2 kits and planning it out. When the Tri-Zero is done, I'll start with Tiny T. Whereas it looks like, what is the Allen key you're using? Looks good. This one? No, this is Fabrico. I don't know. Oh, I don't have autofocus on. I'm a goofball. There we go. Yeah, these are Fabricos. They're nice. They aren't as comfortable as the Bondas. These are definitely more comfortable, but the Bondas have the ball on the end, and I feel like I can torque a little bit harder with these ones. And these ones also have a spinning cap, so it's nice for small, like being able to spin in your hand. So they both do great for different things. Oh my God, my allergies. Sorry if I'm sniffling a lot. I can't tell if I am or not. I don't think I am, but in my head, all I'm thinking right now is my nose, my nose, my nose. It's been just crazy windy here, and I was out doing yard work the other day and picking weeds and stuff, and I think that it got me. Why does this not seem right? There we go. Dang, I step away and do some work and you build a This is the new Daniel. The one that focuses for at least hour blocks. I set myself up for success, I think, by having the screws already organized, by not if we did the whole unboxing of all the parts that this came with, I would have spent an hour and a half just being like, ooh, look at this, and ooh, look at that. So by not allowing myself to do those fun things, I think I've set us up for some progress here. So, wait, what is happening? Why are we? Oops. Tiny bit of wobble. Let's see. I think we need to tighten this guy down. This should be the last corner. It's a little out of date, but he's still working on it. What did I miss? DoomCube. Oh, I didn't do his forward, portage, mental. I've been calibrating different filaments. A super slicer and all Z banding has gone. That's awesome. I want to do the snap panel clips. Somebody I follow on Twitter that I don't know had just built a Trident, I want to say, and they showed off the snap panels, and boy, do they look awesome. So yeah, we won't install them initially, but that's absolutely going to be the game plan. It seems like such a great upgrade, sort of quality of life upgrade. There's a tiny bit of wobble. Let's see, left to right, that feels perfect. This has a hair. It gets more when I go like that. Curious to see. Okay, let's tighten this up and then flip it around so that way we're at our initial bottom side that we built it on, which was this side, and see how that feels. Ow. Ow! Okay, ow! Ow! Okay, so downside to these is that they are not comfortable. I'm already like, we're barely into this build. I don't know how you can see that. Sorry if you're like sensitive to things, like, we're blistering. Like, ow. So I'm gonna grab the comfortable drivers. That sucks. That does not feel good. Ow. Yeah, let's grab the comfortable ones because I think those are gonna, they've got grip on them, but I think I like them better for smaller screws that don't require that level of forking. That did not feel great. Did you clean the granite well? No. No, not exceptionally well. I did peel it to make sure there wasn't any like super glue built up on it. I'm gonna start building all my printers with, I've got some like, I bought a 5-pack of gardening gloves from, gosh, Harbor Freight. We'll start building them, I'll start building all the printers with gardener's gloves on. Hey, Nappin's in the house. You don't build printers if you don't bleed. Yeah, I agree. You gotta, it's the printer gods require their offering. Okay, let's see if we go back like this, how it's feeling. No, that's got wobble. That's definitely got wobble. Oh, stuff. Okay, let's do... I'm gonna quickly scrape off the granite using a blade. It helps. Damn, dude, that got me pretty good. Where is the... Oh, button on the bottom. We'll use this to get rid of the... If there's any glue and stuff, this helps get it right off. I checked it already, kind of prior to this build, but who knows if there was something I didn't catch. Not really seeing or feeling any real hard spots. There's a little something right there. There's something. Okay, I found some glue. All right, let's grab some IPA and some... Poor hands. Definitely not going to be a... am I running a rush? Holy frog. I always make sure to wipe down my lacquer table down with IPA before building frames on it. Yeah. That's because you're smart. Yeah, no, it's probably not a bad idea. I know that there was one point when I spilt quite a bit of super glue on it, and it was definitely causing issues. So I did do a pass with it. Very dirty. Lots of blood, sweat, and tears from our previous builds. So I'm probably gonna loosen up both top and bottom again and see if we can get it at least a little bit better. Whoa. Yeah, let's loosen things up. Let's use the comfy driver though. Let's also make sure we're in focus. We'll go like this. This should be much quicker though. We're just going to loosen. What is... Oh, great. Now I got Loctite all over. God. It went right into my, a bunch of the Loctite went right into my blister. Oh, that's funny. Do you want to know why there was Loctite? It's because they set the driver right on top of our pile of Loctite. So, cool. All right, loose. 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 I like to clamp my frame to the table when tightening the corners. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. It's actually not a bad idea at all. I have some of the, like, I can't think of what the clamps are called, but like the squeeze clamps for wood. I can grab those if we think it'll help. I'll seal it right up. For the frame, you're better with a T screwdriver. A T screwdriver. Let's try it. Let's try it like this. Now that I've got, now that we've got the surface clean, and just see how it goes. Let's give it a go. It'll be pretty quick. It'll be pretty quick. It's weird to me, like these squares don't seem that square. Could just be me. I really don't know. I mean, we've used these for other builds. Something feels kind of funky. That's what I use, Urban. Yeah, Urban QuickTime, so that's what I have. Okay, well, yeah, maybe that is the move. Because I could see how possibly they're... I mean, I'm trying to apply... Like, so basically I'm trying to apply downward force and force against the square. But it's possible that it's slightly twisting the extrusion, I suppose. I can't fully rule it out. Okay, we got one more. That definitely feels a bit better. I haven't... They're not as tight. Like, I will need to go back around and fully tighten them after. I'm sort of, like, tightening them, but not aggressively tightening them right this second. Okay, there's a tiny bit of wobble still, but that could be from the other side. That could be from... It could be from the top side, because if the top side wasn't perfectly flat because of glue or whatever, and we tighten it up, that could be causing some... of it. So let's see... Just follow this guide on YouTube and have camp set up on my Trident. What guide? Yeah, I'm gonna loosen, let's try this side and see first, because I'm thinking that if this side was also not perfectly flat because of, you know, whatever debris or however I tightened it, then that could also be causing this side to not be perfectly flat because of sort of the pressure it's putting on the extrusions. So let's see. Also, let's open up the giveaway for the Polymaker spool. So, we are giving away a spool of Polymaker filament anywhere in the world. We're gonna do the drawing in 36 minutes, but we'll post it right now, so that way I can not break my train of thought if I get deep into this. It's gonna be pinned, it'll be pinned in chat. And if you don't have a Discord, that's fine, just put NA or none or something like that. I usually reach out via email anyway, it's just on there. Hey, we have 131 people watching. Awesome. If you have not hit the like button, please do. We are at 65 likes. Let's try to get to 100. Okay. Did I loosen them all yet or no? Let's see. I don't know. This is what I'm talking about with my train of thought. Okay, they all seem loose. Yeah, we're good. Let's see. Timur, I heard that rumor. Hey, what's up, Dimitris? Happy Wednesday. Okay, let's give it a go. You can always write my information in Discord and you can contact me instead. Adaptive Purge doesn't respect print bounds yet either. That's something I realized, because on the Mercury 1.1 I was printing out a model that had it had supports, like organic supports that had brims on them, and I noticed that it conflicted with the Adaptive Purge. It wasn't a huge deal, but I did notice that. Okay. Should be the last one. Okay, definitely still some wobble. So it's this way, left to right, there's some wobble. This side feels better though. The bottom does feel, yeah, bottom is actually much better. I think I'm happy with this. It's very, like, I mean, from farthest point to farthest point, that is really minimal. Heading into 2 hours of meetings, oh God. Sorry Ted, good luck. Max, I'm out off work now, heading home to work on the Micron. Hey, good luck. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I think we're gonna leave it like this. I feel pretty happy about this. The top's got a bit more play than the bottom. Bottom feels quite good. I can hear it, but again, the quartz really echoes any chatter, so measure corner to corner. Do I have something? I don't think I have anything long enough. Use tape measure? I guess tape measure. I don't have a metric tape measure, but I have a... Do you measure diagonal corners then? Wait a minute. 25. That does not seem right. That looks like it goes to... Yeah, I would definitely say that's off by a hair. Always cross measure. Yeah, that doesn't look great. Let me turn this to make sure I'm not just putting my hands kind of differently. No, there's definitely a difference. I mean, it's let's see how the bottom looks. Top left to bottom right inside. Okay, so this looks about... Yeah, one side on both top and bottom looks longer. Be careful, you need to use the same side of the meter. Okay, good call. Let me see. So that's right about... I wonder if I wasn't using the same side of the meter. Ooh, maybe that was it. It still looks like... I mean, how much deviation is okay, I guess would be my question, because... we're... From the outside, let me see here. Like, I mean, we're talking a millimeter to millimeter and a half. Okay. It's 1 mil roughly. Each line is 2 millimeters. And on here, we're looking at 250. Just shy of the second line. Less than 1 millimeters is great. Okay, if that's the case, then we might be fine. Because each line is 2 millimeters, and we're within the same line. So I mean, I can't say that we're less than a 1 millimeter. Or no, is each line 1.5 millimeters on an inch ruler? There's definitely still some wobble. The last thing I can think of doing is grabbing the clamps, like Ted recommended. It's probably the only other thing. 1/16 of an inch, 132. Hey, what's up, Pushing Plastic? Hey, Raheem's in the house. What's going on, buddy? Hey, Lee Smith too. I didn't see you. I can try with the clamps if we think that that's going to make the difference. I feel like it's pretty good. I mean, again, there's some slight wobble. I don't know how well you can see it. I know. I need a metric tape measure. I looked. The longest metric thing I've got is... Where the hell did I put it? I don't see where I put the thing. I think it's like 300 millimeters exactly, so it's not quite long enough. Wouldn't happen to say, get a metric tape. Oh, yeah. That's a 16 working. I recommend clamps and corner braces. I don't have corner braces. I have clamps. I can grab the clamps I have them, you can see. Don't be afraid to take your time and not rush this part. The more score, the better. Yeah. Okay, all right, let's grab the clamps. I'll be right back. Let me put this, take this mic off. Be right back, 2 seconds. I'm excited to get to the next part, but I agree. The more time we spend and get it, it'll be better later on. Alright, we got all the clamps. Or all the clamps I have. Okay, we've got clamps. Dusty, semi-dirty clamps for CNC stuff. Also, I grabbed one of these parts. We can take a look at it. These are the parts I've been printing out for the. Let's turn on autofocus. For the KP3S snake oil conversion. These are the orange Polymaker Galaxy ASA, and they are so nice. So pretty. These are really nice. Okay, so I guess we will start by loosening. Do we think that I should loosen top, like remove top and loosen bottom, or just loosen one side at a time? My only concern is if top and bottom are both not square, and we loosen one, I would think that the unsquareness of the top could potentially be kinking or tweaking one of the extrusions, not making it square on the bottom. Oh, dude. Oh, thank you. I don't know if you're able to hear that, but do we think that I should go all the way back down and not having the top on this printer while we're doing this, or is it fine to do one half at a time? In my head, I would think that having the top not be square would mean that the bottom won't be square, because it's going to potentially be holding the extrusion at a slight angle when I clamp it down, but maybe that's incorrect. I don't know. Lose them all and do one. Yeah, that's what I thought as well. All right, back to the drawing board. Let's not get tight all over. Do you have 1, 2, 3 block? I don't. I wish I did. I don't have anything that. I'm gonna clamp them down to the granite or to the quartz, so that way when I'm tightening it, it's not twisted. They're not moving left or right, because I think what might be happening. I'm gonna move this too, so I have the edge here. I think what might be happening is as I'm tightening them or holding them, it's adding a little, just a tiny bit of rotation to them. So we're gonna see. Is that more Loctite crap? We're gonna see if that's the case. What enclosure would you recommend for the Ender 5 Pro? If you have an Ender 5 Pro and you're looking to mod it, I would wait until the Mercury 1.1 redesigned frame enclosure setup comes out. That's what I would do. But if you're not, I don't know really. I mean, I don't know how. If it's got the Bowden set up, you'd have to kind of work around that with your enclosure, or you can just build a huge enclosure that encompasses all of it. So it just depends, I suppose. Okay, so yeah, I guess we can clamp. If I move this off the edge like that, then we should have enough gap to clamp it down. This is the first for me. I've definitely never used clamps on any of my builds. Okay. The hard part with the clamps, though, now that I think about it, is if I clamp them down, I won't be able to move them after to, like, so I can clamp. Let me see. Let's start with clamping just one side. Like, get this square, get this clamp. Okay, that's not moving. I'm thinking if we do one side at a time, that should still be fine, as long as I just tighten up this side and then I transfer the clamps to this side and go around one at a time. I use the aluminum squares and corners just like my pal Steve. Yeah, it's a great idea. Also clamp the base of your square to the outside. Whoa. Also clamp the base of your square to the outside. So I don't have any squares. Yeah, this is, the Creality tents are really affordable too. I know Turtle just mentioned them, but they're really affordable, which is another huge perk. This is a 300, Mitch. I didn't want to go bigger than that because I just don't print bigger than that, and storage is always a huge concern for me. Okay, so at least with this though, check it. at least with this part's clearly going to be flat as long as the granite's flat, or the quartz is flat. And so I can tighten this one in, then move these two over here, and then tighten this one in, right? So I think we're still going to be in better shape, hopefully, than we were a moment ago. Use your bamboo and grab a square of printables and use it as a base if you don't have on. No, it beats nothing at all. I just use one from the inside corners. Yeah, I'm... Does Home Depot sell? Okay, let's try it like this and see what happens. If this doesn't work, like if this still isn't, we're not happy with it, does Home Depot sell 1, 2, 3 blocks? Because I might just end up picking one up after this stream. Dude, those blisters on my hands are not feeling great. Okay. At least I know, again, at least I know this way that the extrusions on the sides are flush with the table. I'll go to Home Depot. Aaron always wants to go to Home Depot for plants. Did anyone answer? Do you know if they have them? If they have 1, 2, 3 blocks at Home Depot? I'm not allowed to visit Home Depot from Sweden, but I get a hit marker on that they have machinist blocks. Amazon sells them cheap. Yeah, no, I know I could definitely order them online. I just meant for like super urgent, get them today type thing. But yeah, I know they're not expensive and that you can get them on Amazon. I think they're like 20 a block or something like that. I've looked before. I don't know why I didn't buy them. Neither does Harbor Freight. I don't think they do. Okay. Oh, looks like they do. Okay, Chris, it says they do. I see them on the site that you can do pickup. Okay, maybe it's like, I'm gonna move these big ones. Maybe it's a location by location. Oh, Nappin tagged me in one. Okay. Yeah, if for some reason these are not, if I'm not happy with this, with using these clamps, then we'll do 1, 2, 3 blocks. I'll probably just do that off stream, like I'll get them later on, so that way the next stream we can be done with this frame. I'm hoping this will be fine though. Again, I've never used anything other than the surface top, and I've gotten it pretty good enough like each time. So we'll see how this goes. Because this is more than I've ever done using clamps. Harbor Freight. Oh, there's a Harbor Freight right here too. Check the story. Okay, what size bed is this kit? It's a, I don't know the exact size of the bed. It's a 300 millimeter, like 300 B2.4, but I don't know if you're asking specific dimensions of the bed. It might be a bit bigger. I don't know if it's exactly 300 by 300. Okay, so we've done that one. We've done that one. We've done that one. We need to do this one. Feels pretty. I mean, we won't know, I guess, until we do the top part as well, because that's when the wobble sort of introduced when we were doing the top of the frame, so we'll see how this goes. You could have twisted extrusion that's causing you the grief. Yeah, there was one extrusion that I felt was not flat. I think I got it pretty flat as far as, like I think I chose the flattest side to go against the table, but I do think one of these extrusions is not flat because even when it was on its own, when I was moving it, there was some play in it. So if that's the case, I don't know what the best move would be, just to deal with it and, you know, realize that you're going to have some wobble, or whether I should try to get another replacement. I don't know. Did that extrusion rise up a little bit? I don't think so. I think I'm hallucinating. Definitely no wobble right now, so none at all. Put the extrusion on the top of the printer. Yeah, so I agree. What you mean top is in like the enclosure, or just not the base? Like, because we will, whatever side, like if we have one side that's perfectly flat and one side that's wobbling, we'll put the flat side down, absolutely. I agree with that. After you put some rubber on the feet, it won't matter very much. Yeah, I think that this is gonna be fine. I think that this clamp, although, interesting. That might be my issue right here. It doesn't look like these vertical extrusions are being pushed flat down. So the cross beams are all flat against the granite because they're clamped down, but the vertical extrusions are not flat. They're, I mean, I can feel that they're up a hair. I don't know how well you guys can see this. Let me show you guys. I don't know how well that's going to show up, but they're all of them are sort of elevated a little bit, which makes me think that I need to put downward force on these extrusions, the vertical ones, when I'm tightening them, so that way there could be a burr on the end also. Yeah, I wonder if that would cause an issue having these slightly, I mean, we're talking a fraction of a millimeter, I would imagine. Like I can grab my calipers. 0. Yeah, 0.25, so 1/4 of a millimeter. It's probably not a big deal. It's probably not a big deal. Need machinist squares. These are machinist squares. These are cheap Amazon machinist squares. Yeah, let's just keep going and see. I'm optimistic, but that that could be my flaw. If you have not joined the giveaway, we're giving away a spool of Polymaker filament, and we're gonna do that drawing in 10-ish minutes. Only Americans have fractions and metrics. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Let's still lift up all these and drop them down. Come on, last one, drop down. All Alrighty then. Why are we doing this? There we go. There we go. All right. Teach what I have a 90-degree angle to put along the corners of the frame and ensure smooth transition from one extreme to the other. Yeah, I'm just using them by hand, but I agree. If I had a 1, 2, 3 block to tighten it up against, it would help a ton. I will order them the second. I will use the donations and memberships from this stream to buy a 1, 2, 3 block. 2 1, 2, 3 blocks after this stream. As well as some Neosporin on my finger. All right. Hey, Panzer's in the house. What's going on? Hey, Humodu.
123 block fund.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Lee, for the, I believe it's euros, 5 euros. I will, after this, I will absolutely be buying 1, 2, 3 blocks. So next week's stream, we'll admire my blocks. I was really close to buying them not long ago either, and I just didn't do it. I put it in squares and I took it apart, used machinist squares to build it back. Finally building a proper... Hey man, the other printers have all been proper, okay? How's your, how is your Pandora's box going? It's been, I think, a couple weeks since I've heard updates on it. It's pounds? Okay, yeah. You're right. Euros is the curve top and bottom. Okay, this one's tight. This one's tight. I need everybody to cross their toes and fingers that this this is a winner. Did I say, yeah, toes and fingers? Yeah, that's what we want crossed. All right. Alright, this is the last side. Kind of nervous, kind of excited. I have the metric equivalent of the 1, 2, 3 blocks. They help out a lot when squaring things up for sure. 25, 50, 70 blocks doesn't quite roll off the tongue though. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 is easier to say. Definitely. Yours with the E, yeah, okay. I should know that. I should absolutely know that. Pandora is progressing slowly, but busy with other things, but only electronics left now, which there aren't much of. Nice. It's progressing well then. You're progressing faster than I progress, so that's exciting. All right. Okay. Left to right. No wobble at all. Front to back. No wobble. Oh my god. Okay, this is substantially better. Wow. Dude. Hold on. This is for Ted. This is I don't think I will build another frame other than maybe a tiny frame without this. I don't know how much you were all able to see before. And again, part of it might have been also cleaning the table, but like I can't hear any chatter. Oh, wait. Okay, if I hit it hard enough, I can hear the slightest bit, but I mean, this is night and day difference. Let's see how the other side is in comparison. Wow. No, this is awesome. So yeah, 10 out of 10, recommend these. I have a feeling what was happening was as I was tightening them without intentionally doing it, I was causing the extrusion to just ever so slightly not be perfectly flat. And so multiply that times 4 and you've got quite a bit of wobble, but that is a huge difference. I'm still gonna order the 1, 2, 3 blocks because I see how just having those in corners would be really nice to clamp up against, but yeah, that was awesome. And the Loctite will help hold there, yeah. That is awesome, thank you. That's crazy, how many builds have we done? This is the first time someone's told me to clamp things down. That's awesome. I'm really happy about that. I was optimistic, but I still had my reservations as to how well it would work, but it is really, really flat. I'm also curious to see, if I do this tape measure across, let me see if I can visibly see. I mean, they weren't off by much, but let's see if I go there. Okay, so we're about halfway between there and there. Still about the same, but halfway between there and there would be, we said each one, if it's 1/16, is roughly 1.5 millimeters. So half of 1.5 millimeters is about 0.7, so under a millimeter difference, which is less than it was prior. So that's awesome. Get some 246 blocks to I'll get some blocks. Okay, let's do the giveaway before I get distracted with the next. Let's check to see what is next. I think it's more frame things, I'm sure. Man, I am so jazzed about that. Thank you again, everybody. This is probably no longer good. We'll get rid of this Loctite. Trash is too far and I won't make it, so we'll leave it right here for now. Okay, so really quickly here. All right, we got done with that. Okay, so next is this, which is, we'll probably need some more Loctite for this. These are the final 2 of the non-marked ones, which should be these 2 right here. Cool, put these in here right now. Okay, then we're checking distances and wow, then we're going to rails. Hell yeah! Okay, cool. Let me really quickly, I'm gonna put the camera on me just because I don't want to accidentally show anybody's email. Let's see. Okay, I'm pulling it from chat actually really quick here. Oops.
For Erin's plant fund, she needs a get out of house trip. Give cuddles to the puppies and Jackson. Also get some iced teething ring for Jackson.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Lisa, for the 99. For Erin's plant fund, she needs to get out of house trip. Give cuddles to the puppies and Jackson. Also get some iced teething rings for Jackson. Erin, I think it was yesterday. She came home with a huge, was it yesterday? Hold on. Hold on. She just got a huge plant. Hey, hon, when did you get that big plant? Was it yesterday? Okay, 2 days ago? I did the lawn on Monday and today's Wednesday, so 2 days ago. Okay, so that's when you got the big plant and the succulents. Not Erin, Lisa's worried about your, you getting plants, and I'm just trying to point out that you just got plants. She's yelling. Yeah, she just got plants. she took Jackson to go look at fans because Jackson loves fans. Like we have a ceiling fan in our living room, and he just stares at it on or off. He just stares at the fan. So we keep making jokes that he's a big fan of fans, and so she took him to the fan section at Home Depot And of course, she came back with this huge plant and like a couple succulents. So, okay, we got 104 people in here. This is everybody that is going to be in. I'm going to download this and then re-upload it like we usually do. Let's see, extract all, yes. Extract all, yes. Cool, cool. Hey, Mitch, are you done with your V0? I know that you, from what I saw, it looks like you had your one V0 and I think you left it at Rocky Mountain. God, replace existing file, yes. And you've been building another one, but I don't know if you finished it or not. Hey, what's up, Adrian? She needs more. The thread locker is not the strong thread locker. This is thread locker, or Loctite 222. I've had Twitter vote on which thread locker to get like a year and a half ago, and this is the one that won, I think. But in chat, I think the slightly stronger one is typically recommended. I think blue is the color, but a lot of people are saying don't go based off color, go based off numbers, because depending on the brand, the colors don't mean much, I think. Like it varies from brand to brand, so. Okay, let's see, there should be 104 people here. Yeah, 104 people, cool. All right. Polymaker filament giveaway, bam! All right, maybe I sip my coffee really quick here. Hey, Dave's in the house. I traded the V0.1 to Nathan from CookieCAD for a V0.2. Oh, okay, gotcha. I haven't used any of the CookieCAD materials, but man, a few of them look really incredible. I have half of the parts printed and got the Bitutech. Oh, sweet, nice. I'm struggling to print the parts out. Yeah, I know you were printing them on the Delta. What did you print the original V0.1 parts on? Okay. Here we go. So, as always, massive thank you to Polymaker for allowing us to do these giveaways every single Wednesday. Polymaker is awesome, massive supporter of the community, massive supporter of this channel and our streams, and they've been allowing us to give away a spool of filament every Wednesday for like a year and a half now. Maybe not a full year and a half, a long time. They've also supplied countless spools of filament for the milestone streams, which is just awesome. If you do want to support the channel and try out their filament, there are links in the description down below that will take you to their website and also help out the channel a little bit. Again, this is, if you're looking at cool filaments, I know this is only US, so I'm sorry for everybody not in the US right now, but this is their Galaxy ASA Orange. I am printing out parts to convert the KP3S to a just different KP3S, and man, they are just gorgeous. They are so pretty. So yeah, if you're in the States, you can order this, and if you're not, I'm hoping for everybody else that eventually they will make their way overseas. Anyways, enough. Yeah, Zombie likes Polymaker. Enough of that. Let's go ahead and shuffle. Man, I'm trying to think of something big to shuffle on. I've got my family coming to visit, and they're coming on the 2nd, and that is 9 days from now. So let's do 9 shuffles. All right. Oh, no. Yeah. We'll do that. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Good luck, everybody. Again, anyone that is new, I will contact you via email unless I know you and we talk on Discord, then I'll Discord you. But most everyone else, email is where you will be reached out. And here we go. 3, 2, 1, blast off. Hey, 1066, you are our winner. Congratulations. Let's do this. We'll do a confetti, air horn. And we had pizza last night, so we probably won't have pizza again, but we're giving you pizza. Giving you pizza. So I will contact you later today, tonight, and I will get you the form so you can pick out either your filament or your gift card, depending on where you're located, and pick your spool. So rigged. It's not rigged. You saw me spin it. How close was it to you? Oh wow, it was close to you. It was really close to you. You won though, like a few weeks ago. All right, here we go. Let's get back into it. Okay, so next up is these guys. Extrusions with corner brackets and M516. So let's do that. I think the corner brackets, so M516s we've got, so right here we need 1, 2, 3, and 4. Corner brackets are in with the, nope, we took them out, they're right here. Nice, I got 3, should have Polymaker ABS coming today for restocking my filaments. Galaxy T. Ooh, nice. Yeah, they're so pretty. They're so nice. You went with Galaxy Orange on your Trident? For some reason, I didn't realize that. You went with some pop colors too, right? I thought I saw mostly pop colors. It's too awesome. I don't know where to put trash. How many likes do we have? Did we hit 100? Oh, dang! We already hit 107 likes. Thank you, everybody. Last time I checked, it was at like 60 something. Let's see if we can hit 150. Let's see if we can hit one. That'll be a stretch goal. This is not a Kickstarter, but we have a stretch goal. I just don't know what the reward will be. Clapping. All right. I really can't figure out why there are no Galaxy ABS here in Europe. It just doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I'm surprised too. I feel like Polymaker must have a pretty large customer base in Europe. But I mean, I'm sure they have their reasons. I just don't know. Just don't know. Let's see. Do we have something else I can pour more Loctite into? I guess we can use the outside of this same baggie. I have some PC carbon fiber on the way from China, and I'm wondering how well it will print compared to the Prusament I had before. Yeah, I know that everyone has said that the Prusament PC CF prints like crazy easily, which is interesting to me because PC, generally speaking, is a very tough material to print, and they're printing without an enclosure. So I wonder how much of it is truly PC versus how much of it is some kind of a blend, because I've printed PC. We sold PC at Matter Hackers, and the only printer I remember having good luck printing it on was the Raise 3D Pro 2, and I had to like print it at max, I think 300C on the hot end, and soak the chamber for a while. So I'm not sure how they're printing theirs without an enclosure. Like, I just don't see how it can have the same heat resistance. I don't know. Yeah, these are probably fine like this. They may not have same shipping arrangement with Amazon. Oh, that's true. That's true. They probably have to raise the price. Quiddy PLA Rapido is really good but expensive. Is that they're quicker? I got a couple spools of Creality's like Hyper PLA. I'm curious about what the chemical difference is, because I mean clearly there's a difference, right? Like the polymer it's not the same. It might be PLA based, but there's something that they're changing that's allowing it to melt much quicker. I'm really curious. I'd love to see a TDS on one of these specialty, fast, hyper, speedy, rapido, enter fast keyword PLAs that are coming out. I imagine it has to have an impact on its mechanical properties. I don't see how it can't. Yeah, everyone I know that's printed with the Prusament PCCF has had it looking just absolutely gorgeous. Like, almost the same as if they're printing PLA carbon fiber. It just looks so good. And it doesn't add up to me. Like, the PC I know and I've used, especially again, if it's not a modified PC, it's just so difficult to print without enclosure in a really hot chamber. I messed up my first set of verticals. I drilled a few holes, a few millimeters. Oh no. Using Galaxy Steel for me. Oh, on my Pandora's box. Oh, is there nowhere to get the correct extrusions right now? Do you have to drill? I wonder if gravity stuff is the same as the eSun EPLA high flow that I have. Yeah, I don't know. I have a spool of it. I think I have it right. I just saw it. Here it is. Yeah, so they call it Hyper PLA. This is it. Let's see. Oops. They sent it with the K1. They've been sending it to all the reviewers with the K1. K1 also comes with a small sample spool of this stuff, but Hyper PLA, printing speed 30 to 600 millimeters per second. Printing temperature 190 to 230, but so bed temp's the same. Really the only difference it's showing is that you can print at warp speed. There's not much other information. I think it only comes in one color. Has anyone seen any of the Hyper PLAs or like the quicker PLAs in other colors? I've only seen like natural, I think. Hey, 760's in the house. Hey, I got my X Smart 3. Nice. So you got the only one that didn't need a recall. Their software sucks, but the hardware is very, very capable. Yeah, I'm sad. Like, they sent me the largest version, the Max 3, and I wish they had sent me the Smart 3 because I don't really need a big printer, and it seemed like it's the most capable. I mean, I know that Nero got one. He printed some ABS, looked really good. I know that Lost in Tack did a review and it seemed pretty promising, so that's awesome. eSun has a few colors I like. Okay, cool. I didn't know they did. Quiddy Rapido PLA comes in. Gotcha. I'll have to look into that. Hey, what's up, Chris? Greetings from Germany. How's it going? Oh, I almost touched it. I almost did it. I posted some prints in Discord, Super Celeron of the Quiddy. Nice. Of the Quiddy, the Hyper PLA. Or the, I'm sorry, the Rapido PLA. Yeah, Lewis has been helping me. Lewis from Quiddy. I will say this, like, they're, or Cheaty, Quiddy, whatever, it doesn't matter. Potato, potato. If that's their engineer, then I will say that they have been some of the most, well, no, there's a few really good, solid companies that interact well, but Chitty has been awesome as far as trying to help out and resolve things, and so I really hope that they're able to recover from the issues they had with the larger printers and have a solid unit, because I like them. Like, I mean, I want all companies to be able to succeed, right? Like, do the right things and succeed, but they've just been really kind, and I kind of feel like they've been a bit of an underdog, so it'd be cool for them to do well. Their software's really bad, like it saves the offset and input cheaper results only under the screen and not the printer. It makes no sense. Oh, Lewis here in chat. That's funny. When you're saying their software, do you mean like their version of Clipper, or do you mean their Cura slicer, like their kind of hacked up slicer? What made you want to build the 2.4 now? I've wanted to build a 2.4 since the original V0 in 2021. It just didn't happen. There was other builds going on, either it wasn't in the budget or it just other things were happening. I didn't have the space for it. And then we were supposed to build it like 7-ish months ago, but decided to do the Mercury 1.1 first, and that took way longer than I expected because it's me. So yeah, I've been wanting to build one for a very long time. I guess that's my answer. I got my V2 in front of the box next to me, and the little V02 is printing parts all day long. Nice. After the effort, it's really nice to see you build along. Yeah, I'm excited. Is that your first V0, or no, I'm sorry, your first 2.4 then? Okay, they're Clipper branch, gotcha. Yeah, I wish they had just gone with mainline clipper and clipper screen. I think the reason why they're using forked clipper is because they need forked clipper to use their screen that has custom firmware, which just seems like extra work for not any gain, you know? Okay, so M5 T-nuts, cool. So we'll loosely drop these in. T-nuts M5. There's the option for shaper stored in the screen and not on the CFG. That is really weird. So if you run it from the screen, it saves it, but if you run it from Clipper, it doesn't save it? Yeah, I don't understand, like, I think that's, if they had just used Clipper screen, then this wouldn't have been an issue, but because they went their custom screen firmware route, which was extra work on their part for their dev team, it's weird. There's some couple weird things. Okay, so we're just dropping in, attempting to drop in. Okay. Come on. These roll-in or drop-in T-nut, or whatever they're called, the roll-in nuts, usually work well, but sometimes, there we go. All right, probably just me. Does it matter? No, everything's the same right now, so there shouldn't be a difference in front and back, I don't think. Right? Yeah. Reminder, the Voron manual is based on 250 build, adjust measurement. Oh, interesting. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, thank you for that. That would have absolutely thrown me for a loop. Okay, so it's clearly this T-nut that is maybe slightly not shaped correctly and doesn't want to turn. You think Loctite these too? I mean, I guess we can, why not, right? It's not like this Loctite is permanent, and might as well add some Loctite. So these are M5 by 10s and M5 shims. So we got M5 shims. Precision shims, is that what we're supposed to be using? Or M5, or are we just supposed to be using, because I think it comes with both, M5 precision shims and then M5 washers. I wouldn't think we would need precision shims for this part. Use the smallest copper Allen key to roll them in. Okay, good to know. A friend in the Prusa server wants to try and flash regular Clipper. I tried, man. I tried. I'll rant on this for like just 60 seconds or so. Oh, we got confetti still rolling. So it's their board is based off of the same board that Lee, you were using, which is the Sky PR, I think is what it's called. But they're using they're not using a micro SD card. They're using like the chip flash memory that you can have installed on there. And so I tried downloading the Sky PR firmware from the repository, flashing it, and the screen errored out. It wouldn't boot correctly. I think it's because, again, that screen and how it communicates. I did try it because I was really curious about that. I think because this board is based off of the Sky PR, I think is what it's called, but it's custom made, so it has less I/O and like less drivers and stuff like that. So I think that, I don't know that you can, unless you were to get the information directly from Chitty. You could try it. If you get it, let me know, but I did try it and it just threw errors when I tried flashing it over micro SD card and pulling the memory module from the board. Yeah, the eMMC, exactly. Yep. Okay, just washers, don't use the precision. Yeah, I didn't think so. I would imagine these are going to be for our bearings, for our, like, the actual Core XY motion system, so. Okay, so and then we need what, M5 by 10 button heads, M5 by 10 button heads, cool. All right. I already updated Moonraker and Fluid to the latest. Oh, nice, okay. They've said not to update to Clipper 11. I remember near. I thought, has that not been patched yet? I know there was an issue with something breaking on the latest version of Clipper. There was like a big announcement about it, but it's been maybe 30 days. I just assumed, I guess, that it had been rectified at this point, but maybe it hasn't. I just haven't heard anybody talk about it since the initial warning. Okay, so we'll leave this loose so we can slide it. It's the weirdest pronunciation I heard. It should be Skipper. Things are on Clipper. Interesting. Okay, so Skipper is how you say it. I've been calling it like Skyper, but yeah, that makes sense. You should build a Rook MK1. I know that originally Fabrico had asked if I was interested, and I did say yes. But we've got this build going on, and then there's possibly another Voron build, as well as the VZ bot. As soon as that comes out, me and Steve are buying kits, the 235. So I don't know when it'll happen, but I would like to build one. I think there's been enough interest, and it's a cool project. It'd be fun to shine some more light on it and kind of give my take on it. So we'll see. Time is always my biggest issue as far as builds go, since I only can stream once a week. Why is this tightening so weird? I think that threads might be bad. Okay, so the threads are just not very good on that one. That's fine. I've got a kit. I'm waiting for it. I'm very excited. Is there a current ETA on the kits? I don't know. It's been a while since I've looked at them. I like the fact that it's mostly printed out of PLA Plus. Yeah, it's definitely like a very accessible build, considering that you don't need to use anything other than PLA for it. I don't think there's many 3D printer builds out there that say to use PLA, or that it's okay to use PLA. Almost all of them is minimum PETG. Nicely. I want them loose so I don't scratch the extrusions. Okay, one last one. I think Hector's waiting on a few pieces to arrive to okay, gotcha. Yeah, I know it's been a few months, definitely, since the announcement of them. Rail carriage guards are not a joke. I've just spent 20 minutes rebuilding. Oh no, no. I definitely can feel your pain. The first V0 build I did, I forgot to put a cable chain on for the bed, and I removed my Z, and I lost, like, balls fell all over. And I wasn't able to save it. I had to order new bearing blocks from AliExpress, and it sucked. So I have spare balls, but someone's told me that there's like different tolerances depending on when you get them, and so replacing them with not the same ones could be problematic. I don't know how true that is, but I heard it and I took it in my head, and now I'm like, ah. Hey BBs. It would be nice to have PLA that actually worked with high temp without tempering. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's super stiff, the material. Piper from Alex. Oh, cool. It's printable in PLA as well. Yeah, I was just talking to Fadis about some of their new filaments. I think we're going to get a couple in, and it's exciting. I like, as much as I love like colorful and pretty and all that. Like, it's also neat seeing sort of more advanced filaments, like just different glass-filled stuff, or flame retardant, or ESD safe. Like, it's just cool because it just makes 3D printing applicable to so many more things. Like, I think for a lot of us, it's way overkill. But for like professional use case or product design and stuff like that, having all these different types of materials is really, really cool. Okay, I think I said hi, BBs, but if not, I'm saying hi again. Okay, so this is what Delmar was saying. Okay, cool, half the printer. So half is from edge to edge. If the unit not specified, call it millimeters, yada yada. Okay, so half of a 300 spec printer is 230. I'm wondering if it makes sense to do tape here, like if we do. Oops, excuse me. I feel like I've heard other people tell me that they use tape for some of this alignment stuff, and I never do. But tape is the theme of the day, I think. And this is exactly 300 millimeters, and we need. What did I just say? 230 for? Yeah, let's try this. $230. Aaron gave me some pens. I think I've got pens now. Yep, yay! Skipper. I yeeted the carriage. Oh man, I don't know why that word, it's so funny because the word describes the sound I would imagine happening as the terrible thing is happening. Like the thing is literally saying yeet as it's flying away. One of the derails on the Pandora's all balls. Wow, you got until, oh no. Yep. I was really careful about making sure the balls stayed safe. It was when I put them back on the rail. There's like the little metal fence in some of them isn't very flat, like it's kind of got a little bit of bend to it. And on those ones, oh my God, you can breathe on the carriage and the balls start popping out. So yeah, I've definitely had some serious battles with bearing balls from linear rails. As a tip, you can temper PLA to increase the glass transition time using warm ethanol bath. Interesting. The main method I've seen is using sand and baking it. You use the sand to sort of help it maintain its form and hopefully not deform from it being heated. Michael, nice, congrats. You just finished my 2.4 and I love it. That's exciting. I used it on my afterburner parts I had made from an Ender 3 and I bootstrapped my Voron using the Ender. Nice. I'm using a PLA phone mount in my car, so we'll see. I saw you post that. It's like you've got, oh gosh, what's it called on iPhones? The mag base, right? I put a small piece of tape on the front and marked them as F and rear so I knew which is front and back. Oh, that's really smart. That's also really smart. I went with hearts. Oh, nice. Okay, yep, the hearts board. Okay, so let's mark this. I said again, 230 millimeters is what we want. So let's do this. I think if I just hold you like this, maybe not. Maybe like this at an angle. There we go. Cool. That looks good. Great. Maybe I will leave the tape on here, like Luke's saying. So we'll mark this as front. Look at us doing things differently. Right, let's get some more tape. Still building the frame. I don't want to hear anything, Zombie. I came on your stream the other day when you were building the the Trident, and you didn't finish the frame till the very end. So I don't want to hear nothing. I'm building it at my own pace, and this is excellent timing for me. All right, that is the horrible R. I guess it would help if I could read the letters. Okay, 230. Hey, what's up, Andreas? How are you guys doing? We are doing awesome. How are you doing? Happy Wednesday. All right, 230 is right there. Wish I had something long that I could reach across to mark my lines. That's fine. Okay. So from the halfway point, we want it 65 mil to the left and 65 mil to the right. Should we mark these two then? Maybe that's overkill. That might be overkill. All right, let's see. Actually, that's probably not overkill. It's probably a great idea. If I put some tape, all right. Let's work smarter, not harder. That's the goal here. Hey now, I also get, hey, I'm not judging. You're the one over here pointing fingers. I feel like usually when I hop into your streams, I have a million questions, so I know I'm not helping. Okay, so we'll take these little pieces, and we are going to 65 millimeters left of 65 millimeters left of our mark, which is approximately right there. So if we put the tape right there, the only thing I don't know is if this is straight. Let's see, 65. I mean, I feel like that's gotta be close enough. Wait, okay, the tape moved with me, great. Okay, let's not move tape. Cool. Yeah, I think that should work. I don't see why that won't work. So the edge, this edge is 65 mil, which is exactly where we want this. So we should just be able to slide it to right where this meets, and that's 65 mil. I think that's a great way to do it. Distracted, I've never seen him get distracted. Oh my gosh. Wait, wasn't that my birthday stream? Was it your birthday stream? I don't know. Yeah, you're right. It might have been your birthday stream because you were excited because you were gonna start the Trident. Yeah, you might be right. I guess you get a pass. It's your birthday. If there's one day a year that you're allowed to be distracted endlessly, it is your birthday. Okay. So that's 65, and that is 65. Hopefully this tape sticks well enough. Murph is secretly an ADHD support. Yeah. It's funny. Oh great, now we've got a little bit of wobble. What the heck? Oh, it's because, I'm sure it's because I put the tape in the center. That's gotta be it. Like, we just did this. Yeah, it's funny. I mean, like, prior to getting into 3D printing and making and all this stuff, like, I just didn't really hang out with anybody that was building things endlessly and doing all sorts of things. It's funny how many of us there are in the maker space that just get very distracted and have a bunch of projects that are a quarter completed and all these things. It's very comforting. Okay, let's see. Let me try to. I think part of the issue I'm having here is that I'm not using the straight edge of the tape. I'm using my nasty tears, and that's not helping me with alignment. Okay, let's try that. All right, 65 mil. Let's do it again. All right. 5. That looks about right. Yep, that looks good. Maybe. It's like 0.5 millimeter off. No, we're good. We're good. All right. Okay, one more one. Maker's gonna make. I wonder how many US and Canada folks come over. I'll be at the Playmaker booth. Sorry, Thiago, I missed your first one. This is a 300 mil. So yeah, 300 millimeter work area, which is more than enough for anything I'll really ever need to do. Okay. So as long as I align it, the inside is not perfectly... Man, this tape sucks. The inside is not perfectly at 65 millimeters, but the outside is. So as long as I align it with that, we should be fine. Okay, so let's do things here. How am I going to square this? What is the best way to square this? Oh, I guess it's saying square it up against this. Okay, yeah. There we go. Okay, brain is working. So, let's slide this over until it's touching the tape, roughly right there. That should be good. You guys can't see this at all because my hand's in the way. There we go. Measure both sides. Yeah, I will. I'm gonna start with one side and just try to tighten this down a little bit. And then move to the other side. All right, I'm not entirely sure if that's great, but we'll see. Let's tighten up this side, and then I'll measure it. Do the math and set your calipers. That's a great idea. That is a much better idea than what I'm doing. Is just set my calipers, isn't it? Where are my calipers? There we go. Okay, so 146.12. All right. I'm gonna aim for 146 exactly. I'm gonna set this really quick. Okay, 145.98. That's as close as I'm getting it. Okay, so let's loosen these up again. Oh, this one sucks. There's one of these T-nuts isn't very good. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna spin it around. so I can make sure that it's looking straight. It's gonna have clicky initially, and then we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I'm gonna install though, I got these in, man, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago. They're the, oh, we don't have autofocus, do we? They're the clicky PCBs. So instead of gluing in magnets, they have screws that go through the holes in the magnets, like kind of like the Euclid, a lot more like the Euclid. So we're gonna go start with this and then cross that bridge. There's probably another Voron build happening in the not so distant future. And that one's definitely gonna be tapped. So with this one, we might stick with clicky. It just depends, it depends. What am I doing here? Let's put this up against here. Okay. If this lip goes a hair over the front here, question. So it's definitely equal as far as like length left to right, and the distance from here to here, but the lip is like a hair sticking over the front here. Is it gonna interfere with the doors? I can't picture it. You know what, screw it, let's just... I can't remember if it is Tridex. Clicky's fine, right, compared to tap. Clicky does, I mean, Clicky's tried and true. It's been, it's hopefully a Trident. It's hopefully a Trident. I don't want to say more until it's here, but yeah, it's hopefully a Trident. Okay, I think it's just a hair though. All right, I'm loosening both sides again because I need to do that in order to do this, so. Okay, this side feels great. Tightening you down. All right, take the other side. Oh, shit. Great, I moved it. Damn it. It was at 140, what was it? 145.98 is I think what I had it at. Okay, we got it back to 149.96. Those corners are not equal and go a certain way. It should fit. Oh, gotcha. Okay. I mean, I already redid that one. Yeah, that's better. Oh, poor calipers, man. You can try using unclicky as it is better accuracy even than clicky. I have standard deviation. Yeah, I know that Dustin was telling me about it a long time ago. I want to try these clicky PCBs because I think they look really cool and they seem quite simple. And also, Zombie was talking about them the other day, which reminded me that I had them sitting right here. See? You have, oh my God, have you unboxed the bed yet? For this? No, I haven't. It's in the closet in a box. This is a proper printer. You also have foam around the doors so they won't sit flush. Okay, cool. I can't picture it because this is the last one. Since I haven't built one before, I'm kind of going based off of what I think I remember seeing, but I don't entirely remember. Okay, so these need to go much further this way. Oops. I probably don't need the tape here anymore. I think it's probably causing more issues than good. Alright, that looks good. There's no foam on doors, but on side panels. Okay. I would wait and install the bed later in the build. It's a lot of additional. Yeah, I know that both Aaron and Delmar earlier were telling me don't install the bed until later on. So I definitely won't be doing the bed until we absolutely have to. Okay, that looks good. All right. Yeah, definitely for torquing down, don't use the Fabrico drivers. They are sharp. I like them all. Oops, I just clicked. I like them a lot for most regular tightening things, but if you're torquing things down, they're just too sharp. My hands, my poor hand. Okay, tape. I'll leave the middle tapes on that say front and back, just so we've got them. But we'll take off these ones because we didn't really end up needing them. I think that using the calipers was probably the better idea. I'm using a combination of Unclicky for probing, Unclicky Z Sexvolt for the end stop, and Auto Z Camp. Nice. Yeah, I haven't even looked heavily into all the mods and stuff for 2.4s. I mean, again, it comes with Clicky, Nevermore, and Clipper Screen. I'm definitely going to do the latches and CAN bus. And that's really the only things that I would say are definitive. Oh no! This tape is underneath. That's gonna bug me. Let me see if I've got. Let's see if I can somehow get this out. There's just a teeny tiny bit of tape on this side. I've got these. I stabbed myself with these the other day. I was trying to depin. Do not use needle tweezers to try to depin things. I don't know why. I was kind of stressed out working on something, and I grabbed these and tried to depin something, and it slipped and went right into my hand, and it sucked. I think I still probably have. Yeah, you can still see like a little black dot, but the next day it hurt. More so, I mean, it hurt in the moment, don't get me wrong, but the next day it was real sore. All right, I don't think I'll ever notice that tiny little bit there once everything's put together, but I just built my 2.4 with Tap Auto Z, and Camp works really well. Yeah, well, I think what will likely happen is I'll do Clicky on this, and then if we do end up building the Trident and we do end up doing Tap on that, I will use that as my gauge as to how much I like it in comparison to Tap, and then based off that, we'll decide whether I want to convert this or not. Saying this again, you should definitely go with the Annex Engineering panel clips, way better than the snap clips. I haven't seen those. I haven't seen those before. I'll have to look at them. Clicky is fun. It's magnets. Magnets are cool, okay? I love magnets. All right, so let's make sure that from center to inside of extrusion is, let's make sure this is right, actually. Yeah. So So this should be from this line to this side of the extrusion should be 65 millimeters roughly. We're about 64.23. We're a bit off. It's not the same on both sides. I feel like that's fine. We're 3/4 of a millimeter off on both sides. But at least we're evenly off. I don't know. I don't know if that makes it better. At least we're off twice. And it also could be my my pen marking, I suppose. This side looks a little bit better. It's 65. I have a feeling it's my marking, because this shows 63. We measured with the digital calipers from both sides, so I don't see how it could be wrong. I think it's my pen marking. Before placing the bed, run the Nevermore wires. Pull out the bed. Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Run the Nevermore wires.
Thank you very much. Nice for the €2. Before placing the bed, run the Nevermore wires. Yeah, I need to print out the Nevermore. But the game plan is that we're not actually going to install the bed until way later in the build, based off what everyone said to me. So, but yeah, thank you. Remind me when we get there, because I will forget, because it's me. Yeah, let me pull out the bed really quick here. 1 second. I've got all of this kind of stacked nicely, and the bed, of course, is on the bottom, so I have to pull everything out. Oh, come on. Woo. 1 second. Try not to lose anything. Okay, we're just gonna pull it and pray. No. Okay. God, this is a heavy box. Okay. Okay, so we are. It's like a pizza. I like pizza. All right. Let's bring you guys back a little bit. Bring you guys up a little bit. Okay. Ooh, that's a lot of packaging. Ooh, pretty. All right, we got our powder-coated PEI looking slick. Got our magnet attached to it. We've got the Voron LDO. We've got our 120 volt. How do you get this out? There we go. There we go. Okay. All right. So it looks like it. Oh no, it's not perfect. Does it need to be perfect? Zombie, thank you for the 10 months. What's a good printer calibration print? I would say Benchy or the Cali Dragon. There's this new one. I don't know, like I've heard people talking about it. So it's pretty good. It's called the Swatch Truck. I don't know if you've heard of it or not, but that could be one too. Okay, so it looks like we are not perfectly centered. Definitely not perfectly centered. All right, let's see. Yeah. So it's a little bit too far, too far in. It probably needs like 2 millimeters more left and right, I would say. I don't know. Oh, you guys can't see that. Let me, 1 second. Let me adjust the, where the hell is, where is it on his camera? There we go. So it's gonna get a little bit darker, but you should be able to hopefully see it a little bit better in a second here. Let's see if I line this up a little bit more. Do we think that this is going to work or no? I don't really know how this attaches. I'm assuming it needs to go into these little slots right here, but if you ask me, we could probably use about 2 millimeters more in both directions. What do we think? Like you can see there, it's clearly off to the right on the right side. Oh wait, I don't really know how this attaches. somebody that's built a 2.4, let me know if this needs to be adjusted. If it does, we'll do it right now. Take the calipers out and we'll slide everything out about 2 millimeters left and 2 millimeters right. Good chance you will lose that in print volume if you don't fix it. Wires will go out the back. Okay, gotcha, because this is marked as front. Okay. We can fix it. It's gonna be really quick. We'll do this. It'll be really, really quick. We've already got our, so let me measure what we're at again right now. I'll loosen it. It's 4 screws. 4 screws. We've done worse. Okay, so this measures at 146, and we want it to go out further. So let's go 144. 144, roughly 144.13. That's plenty good. Okay. Yeah, it'll take all but a minute. Then we'll drop it back on, verify it, and then we'll move on. If we can get rails on today too, I'd be stoked. What are we at right now? We started at 1. So we're at the 3 hour. Oh, man, like a 3 hour mark. I don't know if we're making good progress or not, but this is important stuff. If the frame's not good, then nothing else is going to be that good. So. Okay, so we don't want that. We want it like that. The holes in the bottom panel have to line up to... Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I think that this was a good call to just redo this, or readjust this. Cool. We'll verify it one more time, but I think this is probably going to be perfect. It was just like a couple millimeters off. You have to align the bottom panel holes to... Okay. Oh, God. Guide versus reality / tolerances, yeah. We were close, but no cigar. All right. Oops. This is how we want it. Actually, I like having it go a little bit closer than using the calipers to push it the correct distance. There we go. Alrighty, let's tighten these down and check it one last time. I think we're gonna be good. You have 3 LDO guides plus the manual. We'll play electric. What are, okay, so there's supplemental or there's additional guides. Let me check that after this really quick here. Get your bottom panel and check it lines up. Okay. Let's check the bed, just to verify since this is what we changed it for, and then I'll grab that bottom panel. I know that the bottom panel gets installed soon, right? It's like one of the next few steps. I did look ahead a little bit just to have a general idea of kind of the orders of operation with this. Okay, bed's right here. Okay, that looks, I don't want to toot my own horn, but that looks like, it looks chef kiss beautiful right there. Let's see. Can we see this? Can we see this? Oh yeah, you guys can probably see that. Ah. That's substantially better. So we shifted them both 2 millimeters further outward. That looks really good. Okay, and you're saying bottom needs to line up as well. So let's grab the bed. Let's move the bed off to here. I post some live streams for the building. Okay, cool. I'll check it right now. My knees hurt. Okay, NX, don't want, okay, here we go. Voron 2 build fact, FAQ. Oh, sweet. Please note, will help identify variations as of July issues. Manual system number change. This no. Okay. Page 19. Oh wow. Okay, so page 19 was this page. The brass precision spacers are used in place of the shims. Wait, what? The brass are used in place of the M5 shim. Whoa. So did I screw up? I thought I wasn't supposed to use the precision spacers. I just used the regular M5. The brass M5 are used in place of M5 shim. This will be for all in the guide. Unless noted, the corner brackets are not symmetrical. Use the side with a deeper hole for mounting. Oh no. The corner brackets are not symmetrical? It looks fine. Use the side with the deeper hole for mounting the bed extrusion to the frame. Oh yeah, okay. No! I see that this side, this one's not as deep as this one. Okay. Oh, gun. Yeah, use the black washers on the extruder for looks. No, I used, I asked about it and was told to not use the precision ones. I did use the precision ones though. Okay, so I think these are all. So, but my question I have about this is it just for looks? I don't see how this will affect anything. Like, is there anything going inside of these? So, all right, let me show what's going on here. So it's saying that these are not symmetrical. And so one side goes deeper, which is, in this case, the one going into this extrusion, the one going into this extrusion. So this sticks up a little. They stick up the same amount, they stick up a little bit. Well, on this side, we've got this one. This one sticks up a little bit more than that one because I don't have them set correctly. So technically only one of these is correct based off of this, but I'm wondering if it's just an aesthetic thing. I don't see how that's going to affect any sort of function whatsoever. I mean, we can take it all apart. If we do that though, I would say I'll install the, I'll use the precision ones. I'll correct these, verify that the bottom panel is lined up with this, and we'll probably call it at that. At that point, I don't think I'm gonna continue after that. It's only supposed to be flush for the doors. You want those precision shims for bearing stacks. If you leave them like this, hope you have spares. No, I didn't use the precision. It's telling me to use the precision shims for this. I didn't though. Yeah, so it's saying, according to the LDO guide, it wants me to use the precision shims and not the black ones that I used. So let me check something here. So if we go to the BOM, this will be a pretty easy way to check it. You can see if they've given us spares or like more. So let's go Voron design. And let's go printers, and let's go sourcing guide. And 2.4. So what we're looking for is M5. Okay, so this calls for, where the hell are they? Okay, so shim rings 42. Okay, so if you go based off the BOM, they're all precision, it seems like. There's only one type, and it's M5 by 10 by 1. And there's 42 of them. So you use them for all of them, it looks like it's saying. There is no just M5 washers. So we have got, in our LDO kit, I'm just gonna count them. All right, so 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. We have 46, and this calls for how many? 42 in total. So we have plenty of these, and we can use these for everything then. So yeah, we are going to use the precision shims for this, and we'll correct these then. So it won't take long. It's it's a little annoying going forward and then backwards, but it is what it is. So we know the exact distance we need. So let's first verify the bottom panel, if the bottom panel lines up. So a friend of mine said you probably have to throw the board in the QWERTY into DFU mode and flash it manually. Did you try that? That I didn't do. No, I didn't even know that there was a DFU mode for the actual board itself. If you get it figured out, let me know. I'm really curious. I still have it here. I'm giving it away to someone locally. But if you find that out, I can at least let him know. Okay, so let's at least verify again that the bottom panel holes will line up, because it'll make it quicker when I realign this. Hi. I'm super hot in here. What's the temperature in here? Yeah, at least drop it 1 for now, please. Thank you. Hey, babe, can you grab me like a Kind bar or something like that? I'm getting a little hungry. Thank you. There. Wow. Okay. I tried using my box cutter, but we removed the blade. Hey, oscillating decay. Thank you very much for becoming a member. Thank you very much. Let's see. The BOM doesn't specify M5 precision shims. It can be washers, but of course the shims will be better. Yeah, so it seems like as long as you have that many M5 by 1 shims or precision ones, you're fine, and you can use them for everything. Compared to the pics in the wiring guide. Compare to the pics in the wiring guide. Wait, compare what to the pics in the wiring guide? Where is the wiring guide? Oh, LDO 2.4 kit wiring guide. Rev C. What am I checking? I don't actually. What am I checking, Delmar? I'm not sure what I'm checking. Oh, the bottom panel. Wait, why? I'm confused, but I'll figure it out. Let me grab the bottom panel out of this wrap and... Okay. So, bottom panel has to have holes in it, and I'm assuming it's probably wrapped. It's going to be a black panel, so probably this guy. Yeah, this looks right. So I'm just going to check that our measurements align, or that the panel aligns with our extrusions, and it does. It aligns fine. So these measurements that we got. Ooh, cookies too. Ooh, and fruit snacks. Ooh, thank you. Okay. I mean, we're probably only gonna stream for like another hour. I think that my Michael will die at some point. So, but we're making good progress. Look at the frame.
There's a frame.
There's a frame. Thank you.
You're welcome. Be careful on your
Oh, hot.
All right,
Thank you. Love you. Okay. You guys can't see this, but these holes right here line up perfectly with the extrusion. So at least we know that the revised length that I found works. So this should be pretty quick for us to get back to where we are. Let's start by, again, swapping. So this is the only one that's correct. So let's swap out all the other triangles. There we go. Yeah, once we get to the, oh, there's chocolate on my thumb. Oh, we're gonna swap them all out. What am I saying? 'Cause we're gonna switch to the other shims. All right. Oh shit. Let's not do that. Okay. So we are going to take these out. Thank you, Delmar, for telling me about the, I didn't realize there was a supplemental build guide. Also, it looks like I didn't have a shim on that one at all. Mark with tape? Wait, Mark. I'm just going to use the calipers to quickly align it like we did a second ago. Okay, that one needs to be tightened a bit more, but let's just get these swapped around. The Voron Gato Savior, I keep it linking it to builders in the Perico Discord. Yeah, I remember building the first. Wait, are we supposed to use? Oh, we're not even supposed to use shims. Oh my god. We're only supposed to use shims on the downward ones. Great. So that's why I didn't have shims. I'm not supposed to use shims there. I'm super confused right now. Okay, so that looks incorrect again. This looks correct, except we need to get the shim out of it. I wish these triangles were the same. They're so subtly different that you can't really tell until... It's hard. It is hard to tell which of these actually goes in deeper. It's not very easy to tell. It's kind of silly. Oh yeah, and these are also not the same. So we have M5 by 10s and M5 16s. So 16s are the ones that are going in forward. Yeah, I honestly can't tell. I can't tell. I think I'm just gonna not worry about it. It's such a small, I'd use my calipers, but it's ever so slight. Okay, all right, let's mark down, the reason I was trying to avoid using my calipers. So 144 is what we want for our distance. So let's write that down in Notepad. All right, 144 millimeters. So that way we can reset this. Okay. You got 0.67. Oh, we got 1 millimeter. Okay. So there is a difference.
Ever so slight.
It's so, I mean, we're talking, what is that, 0.3 roughly of a mil? It's real small, real small. Yeah, I don't think, I was trying to eyeball it. I don't think you can do it without calipers. If you can, you're impressive. So I guess I don't have to take this one off. I can just check this, and if this is whatever we just said, okay, this one seems like a much bigger. How the hell? All right, let's take it off.
Zombie.
Killing me, Larry. Okay. .86. .2. That is a huge difference compared to the other one. So these still need to be tightened down, but at least we've got our triangles on correctly. Hey, the plus side of this is at least I can take out that tape that's on the extrusion that I wanted to remove. Okay, tape be gone. Okay. So this one we have got two mils. So that should be the deeper side versus point, yeah. So like this. And we drop the driver. One millimeter versus 1.7. Wait. Yeah, so this is the shallower side. Okay. So now that we've got these on, hopefully the correct direction, let's lay them flat and let's tighten them. Should be good. Should be good. Okay, that one's good. Damn it, zombie. After this, I am at least gonna sit, drink some water for a moment. Okay. So we're using the precision shims because we have plenty of them. And that's what the LDO guide says to do. Okay. These are... Oh, that one sucks. Okay, so we wrote down 144 millimeters is what we want for our length. So let's get back to there really quickly. 144, 78, 144, 16, 144, 07. We'll do 144.08, that's close. Okay, so we'll do the same thing. We'll bring these guys close. Then we will use our calipers to, let's tighten, make sure it's not tight, push this out. Oh, okay, there we go. It's right about there. Just make sure it's not sticking over the extrusion. Okay. It sucks. There we go. Okay, that side should be good. It's time for me to talk. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out, man. As long as you did. I know it's got to be really late where you're at. See you next week, hopefully. I hope you get a good night's sleep, buddy. All right. Whew, 1:25 in the morning. Yeah, no, I get it. Thank you for hanging out, Blackhammer. Have a great night. We'll be back same time next week. We probably won't do a ton more today. We'll see. Let me yeah, we'll see. But we're probably getting close here as well. We'll see. I'm gonna look at the instructions and see. Maybe I'll do. Yeah, because we're going to go to Rails next, so maybe I'll just wait and I'll do the rail prep off stream because it's just wiping down Rails. Okay, so. Always there is, as long as I'm not on a business trip. That was loud. When is your next trip that you know of? Yeah, you were even there. You were there on a whatchamacallit? You were there even on a business trip. I remember you one time watching and you were like, I'm in a hotel. Stock idlers? Yeah. Yep. Yeah, everything, the only thing I'm planning on running that's not stock will be that clicky PCB, but aside from that, yeah, everything will be just as it is. Okay, so let's verify one more time that our bed's looking good. Wow. She's a beaut. That looks perfect. on this side. Looks like I could shift a hair of it like that, but yeah, that looks really good. So we should be good with the bottom panel as well, since we checked it a second ago, but let's still, oh, Portugal in June. That sounds so nice, dude. God, take a photo. I would love to teleport to Portugal and have a ice cold beer on the beach in Portugal. Yeah, this looks good. This looks awesome. 10 go on the rail and 16 millimeters shim. Wait, 10 go in the rail and 16 millimeters with shim go to the nut. 10 go on the rail. 10 go on the rail. You're talking about 10 screws in each rail? Is that what you're saying? PCB clicky will save you some time. Yeah, I'm always start stock. I had a big video ranting about that. I know that in some instances there's exceptions to that rule, and I know a lot of us are building these have built a lot of printers, but I still like to, just to make sure that all your hardware is fine. I'm excited to check out that clicky PCB. I quite literally forgot about it, Zombie, until you were talking about it the other day. Okay. Let's check out what's next. So we're done with that. We checked that. We checked for squareness. We're fine with the squareness. We are so square. Individual chapters start with an overview. Cool, cool. Okay, so linear rails we definitely need to do, but I need to take them out and clean them, which I'm gonna do myself. Is it a bad idea to install the bottom panel without... Is it a bad idea to install the bottom panel before we do the rails? Maybe we just call it here. Or let's do let's do the bottom panel, I think. And then between now and next week, I'm gonna take all the rails out, wipe them down, and grease them. Will it be in my country? You guys gotta meet up. Yeah, I think we'll do this. Let's do the panel. I should probably take off some of this tape then, at least from the inside here. Let me see if I can tear it. There we go. There we go. It's fine, you can do the panel before the... Okay, yeah, we'll do the panel then, and then we'll probably call it, so that way I just don't feel like cleaning the rails right now on stream. It's not very fun for anybody to watch, and I'm just not in the mood to clean the rails right now. I'll have them done, so that way next week on stream we can just kick butt. I'm pretty proud. Like, I know we had to take things apart a lot of times, and all that, but like, man, for anyone that is a regular or has watched other streams, my focus was pretty good today. I'm pretty, ironically, I don't think this is the reason why, because I drink these a lot of streams, but we got the focus. Supporting the focus is what happened today. I feel very very sort of shaky right now. So I don't know that I have a feeling it's the reason why I feel kind of shaky is because I need food, and caffeine in me is a recipe for chaos. What does cleaning? Cleaning, yeah, the rails. So I'm going to take them out. I'm going to get isopropyl alcohol and wipe down the rails, and then I'm going to re-grease them. Basically just going to take the syringe of grease that I have and insert it through the back of the rail into the block, and then get a little bit of the grease on my finger and rub it on the rail to re-grease it. It's probably not necessary, especially with LDO stuff. I just always do it. I always do at least that. Okay, flip printer upside down. It's easier to work with M5 nuts. So we need 4 nuts, 4 M5 nuts. Yeah, I can do coffee if I'm tired or if I have a lot. of stuff I need to get done. But if I had just drink coffee and just chill, oh, I freak out. I'm like, too much energy, need to exit. You guys can't really see this. We might, guess since they don't roll, I can just do it like this, can't I? That's the benefit of them being, like the spring on the back of them that keeps them in place. The only thing I might replace is my X-Rail. I'll see after the shaper test. You thinking about maybe doing a high, like a high wind rail? Wait, do these don't come with high winds, do they? For X? So I know that their small V0 S1 does come with high wind. I do some work again, and you finished the frame. I finished the. We finished the frame last time you came in, and then we took it all apart. Okay, so the notch goes towards the back, which is this side, and we need to get our. Oops. Okay, that seems about right. Let's drop you down. As long as they're accessible, luckily there's big squares, so it's not real difficult to access. I still need to go up higher though. I think we can access them all from there. I actually might have a 300mm rail, and I think about it, West3D has new sealed rail. Sealed rail? What is that? LDO guide says to add the deck support clips at this time. What are the deck support clips? Okay, so we're on page 28. I gotta remember to check that. I don't know if, does this come with them normally? Like, is this something I should have? Okay, I think we're gonna call it. I will look into the deck supports. Thank you, Delmar. I gotta remember to bounce back and forth between them more frequently, or have maybe the second monitor pulled up with it. I'll look to see if we have the deck supports. I need to print out the Nevermore parts. I need to clean the rails and reapply lube to the rails. They're optional support for the deck. They are good though. Okay. I wonder if they came with the, you have to print them? Okay, so they wouldn't have come with a printed forward. They'll be completely sealed, no loop. Oh, interesting. I've never heard of that. Yeah, so I think that's game plan. We got the frame done. I'd hoped to get the rails on, but it's okay. We still did really good. I'm proud of what we got done. I learned quite a bit of stuff too. The clamping down was awesome. That was such a good idea. And our frame is really solid. I mean, there's no wobble or anything like that. And I am proud of what we've got done. So again, between now and next week, printing out Nevermore is going to happen. Printing out the deck clips or the deck supports, I will print out. It looks like it says 8 of them, so I'll print out like 10. And then I will get the linear rails prepared. Our goal will be, let's see, let's take a look. So rails, rails, bottom panel, DIN, and then heat inserts. Okay, so you're basically rinsing and repeating this 4 times, it looks like, right? I'd like to get at least all of that done. We're skipping print bed, right? That's what I think everyone was saying. So, and then AB. So I'll maybe get all that done and then jump to AB drivers and idlers and at least try to get these assembled. That'll be our game plan for next week. Maybe in print it forward since functional part of the build. Okay, I'll take a look through the bags. I haven't dug through them. I haven't dug through them yet because it's kind of overwhelming. Like I said, I just, having built the switch wire and the V0s, I'm used to like, cool, these are the parts. And then the box showed up with the printed forward parts and I'm like, oh my God, like this is a serious amount of parts. So I will dig through them and try to prep for next week's stream by pulling out the parts that I think we'll get up through. And again, having the rails ready to rock and roll will really help expedite things. So that way we're not watching me clean rails. Although watching me clean and lube the rails always leads to lots of inappropriate chat and jokes. So we will miss out on that, but I think it'll help us, again, move forward much quicker. So thank you, everybody, for hanging out. I am very excited to be finally building the 2.4, and I know that we just have a frame, but it is such an important part of the build, and one that usually takes me close to the most amount of time, aside from maybe cleaning up wiring and stuff like that. So again, thanks to everyone for hanging out, for commenting, chatting, liking the video, for all of our new members, PF for all the gifted members, for our donations, from everybody. I really appreciate it. Zombie says, clean off stream, lube on stream always. Yeah, so many amazing jokes. Anyways, I hope you all have an absolutely amazing rest of your days and nights, and hopefully we will see you next Wednesday. All right, take care, everybody. Thank you again. I'm gonna go figure out what's for dinner.